Oh man. I don't know. I'm feeling good today. Do we need this on? Do we like? Then you can't see my boss lady. I don't think I like that. Do we like this? I don't remember if I always have this on or not. I don't like that. Okay, it's staying on. How are we doing? Happy Mindset Monday. I'm excited. Maybe because I just talked to my mom, I feel all like, hey, just happy girl. And life is amazing, of course, guys, everybody. Let's pull up the YouTubes on here so we can watch ourselves go live. There she is. Okay. How's everybody doing? I hope you're well. Hi. Millicent, love you, babe. One of my beautiful mods for my group. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so today I just briefly wanted to talk about putting yourself first, not being afraid to put yourself first, not being afraid to put your needs before others. I know that sounds selfish, especially if you're obviously you're like, put my needs before my kids. That's impossible. Obviously you want to take care of your children and things like that, take care of the things that you need to, but you must put your happiness high on your priority list and your own personal satisfaction high on your list, because everything in your world stems out from that. Everything flows out. So even as a parent, it's very much your happiness. I'm not saying you come before your kids, but what I do mean is that your mood is more important than really anything, because everything else spills out. And, you want to have your kids to have the right role model to see somebody choosing their own happiness, choosing to live out things in a way that they like, that makes them appreciate love more, and being that example for them. So it's not being selfish. It's making sure that everything in your life goes smoothly and works out, because you are putting yourself first and everything starts here. So that was my little soapbox. Thank you. Okay, I'm not going to try to read without my glasses. Let's see what we're here. Kim, thank you, darling, for the super chat. I appreciate you. She says, love you. Love you back. Thank you. Hi, asking for a friend. Okay. How can you get past the mistakes and shame for making bad decisions, especially financial? Okay. Well, it's interesting because financial is one of those things that money, once you change your money story and you start feeling differently about money, it does not take long for it to reverse and feel that way about you, if you want to look at it that way, because it is a mirror and you are, kind of projecting your feelings and expectations about it onto the world and onto your situation. So first things first, the idea of shame and feeling negative about your situation is it's just not helpful. It doesn't make you any better to be ashamed of what you've done. It doesn't mean you're a better person because you feel shameful. Like you did something that you're not really proud of. Okay, moving on. We all do. We all make mistakes. We all do stuff that's stupid or maybe doesn't play out the way that we want it to. So don't beat yourself up over it. That's definitely step one. Don't beat yourself up. We all make mistakes. They're gonna happen. We're human beings. You are given this crazy vessel, this self-regulating machine that carries you throughout, like, if you're lucky, 90 plus years of life on this planet. And then you're given this amazing magic wand, compass thing up here, replicator, that literally creates your world in every second for you. So somehow, I don't know the process there, but this is what makes that happen. So you're given these two amazing gifts, and then that's it. No instructions, no owner's manual, nothing. So we're just supposed to all figure it out. So that's it. There's nothing to feel guilty about. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. We're all operating blind. We're all pretending that we know what we're doing, and we don't. It's all an illusion. Nobody knows what they're doing. So don't feel bad. It's all good. We don't make mistakes. We do things and we learn and we grow and move forward. That's it. And that's how we should be looking at it. If you feel guilty and shame already, you've done enough beating yourself up. Time to stop right now. Second, change this money story. Maybe I made a bad financial decision, but it led me to here right now, which is asking this question where now me and all these other people can have a different perspective about money. And now money always comes. It doesn't matter if I made a bad decision in the past because the past has nothing to do with now. Now money's always here. It flows to me every single day. I feel amazing about it. I love spending. When you put money out, whether it's to pay a bill, to pay rent, to pay anything, feel good, feel grateful that you get to spend that money. Like, oh, thank you. I can't believe I get to continue living my amazing life just by handing you a couple pieces of paper. Take them all. I don't care. I'm just going to get more. I don't even need it. Thank you, money. Appreciate you. I'm always here for you. I'm always here for you. And I appreciate you whenever you're ready to, I'm here. You gotta feel differently about it in general. Rewrite the story, change the affirmations, and start acting differently about money. When you notice that you're feeling like, ooh, about it, no, what am I saying? Thank you so much. I'm so glad I get to spend this money. I'm so glad I have it here in order to spend it on this specific thing or whatever. You got to change the way you feel about it actively as a practice. And then also be living that way as well. You know, literally do. Make yourself feel good to spend money. Make yourself feel gratitude to spend money, okay? JM, thank you, darling. Appreciate you for the super chat. How do I get to it here? Here we go. Okay. She says, hi, manifesting another visit with my SP next week. Woo! $20,000, yes. And perfect manufacturing for a clothing line. How do I manifest all? I was doing well, but noticed lack. Okay. So get out of this idea of how do I do it all? Like, can I manifest more? You're already manifesting every single thing around you, all the situations and people and circumstances in your life. You're already doing it. So these three things are easy. So get this out of your mind that it might be difficult or that it might, how do I do? Yeah, no. Okay. These are the things I'm focusing on. So I'm sure that sounded really arrogant. If you watched my video about the manifesting multiple desires, I talk about basically having, okay, SP, that's your relationship situation. $20,000, that's how you feel about money. Great, it's always coming, definitely going to have it. Manufacturing for a clothing line, great. Career, things like that. So we are just going to clean up our language in all these areas. Make sure that you are scripting to kind of, keep the oars room. I'm actually doing an updated scripting video this week. That'll be out. I think it's Thursday. So make sure that you're keeping your scripting up to date. You're going forward with your scripting. And whenever we think about the SP, great time together, amazing relationship, treat me with respect, always loving, always spending time, always reaching out, always live out this trip that you're doing, your next visit with them, live that out energetically. Just give yourself the things that you need from this relationship in your mind and kind of in your body and feel them and experience them, just so that they're sent off to the universe. And now you have something to kind of take down the take the edge off of worrying. Oh, I already saw them. I already texted them. We had this amazing time. That trip was great. Even though it's in the future, technically time's not linear. So if I play out my date or you're going on a trip, play out the trip in my mind, I've anchored it into my reality. Whether or not it's in front of me, behind me, next to me, doesn't really matter. I've anchored it into my reality, just like when you put the point on your GPS, it's in there now. Now I just move forward as the version of me that experienced that in 2 weeks. Okay. It's kind of like mind bendy, but think about it like this. If I know that in 6 months, I'm going to Greece. Okay. In 6 months, I'm going to Greece. Then whether or not I have tickets, whether or not anything, I'm going to Greece in 6 months, I will be there. So as a person who went to Greece 6 months from now, what do I need? Passport, Airbnb, buying those damn tickets, like all those things. I need to start being the version of me that went to Greece in 6 months. Okay. If that makes sense. I know it sounds weird, but go there. So you need to be the version of you that had an amazing trip with your person in this next trip coming up. You are the person who feels amazing about money. Money always comes. $20,000, easy. I'll have that probably in a shorter amount of time than I even expect. So that's awesome. Just like the stuff I was talking about earlier, changing our money story, feeling better about it. And the clothing line, okay? So let's say, I'm just going to totally make something up. Let's say that ideal clothing line situation, you have a storefront in a year. I'm just making this up. Okay. So then if I am the version of me that's got a storefront for my store a year from now, what do I do today? What's my task today to get that handled, right? If that's where you're going, we know that's part of our deal. We don't need to question it because we're putting it on our map. What does today's version of that me, if it makes, it sounds kind of crazy, that me there, go to the end. Who am I then doing what I'm doing there? Okay. Her, or yeah, you're her. Her that day, having the storefront, standing outside her store, being like, hell yes, we did it. What does she need to do on January 27th to make sure that that unfolds? If that makes sense, you can like reverse engineer where you need to go so that you are embodying that version of you that's there in your timeline, even though it's not linear. It's all here, whatever, however it looks, I don't know. But she had a storefront open in December of 2020, whatever. What does she do today? Okay, that's where you should go. And thank you. And I'm seeing super chats. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Olive, appreciate you. I love your little picture of your cat. Stephanie, love you. Thank you guys so much. Raina, thank you, doll. You guys are so kind and generous. I so appreciate you. She says, hello, Roxy. Can you help me with a little rampage of affirmations to help me manifesting specific person and his family not caring about age difference and trying again a more serious relationship and commitment? Okay. Me and this person have an amazing connection. We love each other. We have an amazing bond. We get each other. We bring out the best in each other. We can't see ourselves being with anybody else. He literally just, all he does, is it a he? I'm so sorry. Yeah, his. He can't stop thinking about this life we're building together. He is so excited for the future that we are starting right now. And he has so many ideas of where our relationship goes. I'm just build up these ideas of, okay, what does commitment mean long-term? Again, so if we're long-term in that part of our timeline, what are we doing now? We're talking about commitment. We're caring about each other. We're dedicating ourselves to each other. We complement each other. We enjoy our time together. We truly feel amazing when we are around each other. His family loves me. His family loves us as a partnership. They think we work so well together. They love seeing him happy, and they've never seen him happier than he is with me. And it just makes so much sense. And everybody in our lives is just so on board. They're so supportive. They're so caring. It's really nice to just have all of these amazing people around me who really value me and who want to see the best for me. Yada, yada, yada. I hope that's enough. That's kind of, you like, just make shit up. That's all I did. I just made all that stuff up based off of, okay, what if you were in a relationship, a great, committed, amazing relationship, and the family loved you, what are sentences that you would say about that? That's all you have to do. It's a lot. It's really easy, guys. Thank you for the super chat. I hope that was sufficient for you, but you can do this yourself, promise. Okay, let's look at the Facebook. Oh, wait, there's a lot of here. Okay. Hi. Love you all. Hi. Hello. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Bethany says, can you upload the affirmations that are on your YouTube here to your podcast? Yeah, I can do that. I'm also going to, I think I'm going to start doing a weekly affirmations, like on releasing on Saturdays, just like the one. Well, okay. The reason, okay, let's just get some little tea here. The Rampage is the first one that the ones I put out over Christmas break, the day of like 4 of them. The reason they're so like amped and the energy is so high is because I was recording a video. It wasn't me and the affirmations I record for my clients are much more like, like subdued and using my ASMR voice. But the reason they're so rampagey is because I was doing them on camera and it just gets me fired up. But I didn't like the way I looked in those videos, so I made them all, you didn't see me on camera. So that's why they have that energy. So actually, let's take a poll right now. I'm going to start doing affirmations a weekly one. So feel free to send me your suggestions, not right this moment. That's not what I'm asking for right this moment. Right this moment, I want to know, do you like the Rampage or do you prefer, I am in control of my reality. Everything is working out for me. That kind of a voice. Let me know what you prefer. Yeah, I'd like to now take this poll, please, so I know what people are. I can do both. Let me know what's up. Okay. What's next? Super chat. Kim. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Okay, what else we got here? Roxy, Ilana says, Roxy, my SP told me he found out that this girl he was talking to is pregnant a week before I was going to see him in California. How do I react to this? Well, ignore the shit out of it, honestly. That's going to have to be your best. I mean, it's hard with these pregnancy things because that's a big moral hurdle to get over. And that's, it's worse than just a regular ass third party. Like, now there's a baby, but on the same hand, you can shift into a reality where that's not his baby, right? I know that sounds so terrible. This is what I mean by it being like a moral gray area. So this is on you. You decide what would be the best case scenario for you. And then you go be that girl. You be that version of you who's like, I'm not even worried about this. I know this person. The what? What? No, I think that was a movie he watched. That's so weird. Anyways, I don't know, maybe make it a dream. I don't know, but you need to get it out of the idea that it's permanent. There's nothing you can do about it. Get the fear off of it, turn it into something benign. And then that's it. That is it. You have to completely ignore 3D and be the version of you where that reality is true. The version of you where it's not his kid. The version of you where it was a dream, or whatever you makes you feel the most comfortable declaring, because you're going to have to live as that version. So declare it, be it, and do not waver. No matter what, you have to know that this stuff works. This is real. I am getting the most insane results personally and for my clients. This process is I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I'm the end all be all. I'm just saying this is a process that works for getting a handle on the law of attraction or manifesting, whatever you want to call it. This is a way to get in there and do it. So ignore, constantly affirm, and not in a desperate way, just as the version of you that is that. It's just what? She's a who? I don't know. I saw that on the TV the other night. That sounds kind of familiar, but I don't really know. Not my man, but you know what I mean? It just you have to be that version and stay there. Do scripting, do affirming, feed that into your subconscious. So it's constantly going in and it's constantly showing your brain what we want to do, this mental chatter, this stuff that just goes on when we're not really paying attention. That's what you're trying to get to, so that the mental chatter that goes on when you're not paying attention is in stuff that yeah, my man's awesome. He loves being around me. We have an amazing connection. We only have eyes for each other. We bring out the best in each other. We have the deepest bond. We love spending time together. This is the same shit I just said 5 minutes ago. It's fresh in there, but it all works. It's the same concept. And yeah, you just got to rewrite that story, and then you stay there for as long as possible. Okay. Brittany says, hey, Roxy, thanks for all you do. Thank you. Appreciate you. I have a question about inspired action. How do you know you are being pulled to take inspired action as opposed to trying to manipulate the 3D or the how? Okay. That's a good question. So first things first, you have to understand that you really need to be of the mind frame that everything is working for you, no matter what. It doesn't matter how it comes about. It doesn't matter if it seems like it's going to be fucked up or it seems like it's not going to work. That doesn't matter. You still have to be in the knowing. You have to be of the mind that this is happening regardless. And when you are at that stage, the knowing. So I think I talked about this in the videos this week. There's this area, as a human being, if you can master knowing without a shadow of a doubt, no matter what I want, no matter what I focus on, it's going to come about, because that's how planet Earth works. Whether you like it or not, whether you're a human being, then that's what happens. That's how it works. That's how your world continues every minute. So get on board with it. Know it no matter what. Nothing can sway you until we have a new scientific discovery, or they tell us, the smart people tell us something different, then we're changing. Otherwise, this is what we know right now, okay? Secondly, part 2, patience. If you can know, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't care how I feel, it does not matter what happens, my manifestations are coming exactly the way that I play them out in my mind, or at least exactly the way I entertain things, right? Maybe they don't go down exactly how you think, but the outcome is still, right, the same, the one that you're going for, or the one that you're entertaining most often. That and patience. If you can have patience and not accept anything that isn't your manifestation. It's just like, okay, that's not my manifestation. I don't care. I've waited in lines before, you know, like I've ordered something in the mail and then waited till it came. I can do that. Okay. If you can do those two things, you can have anything you want. You will have everything you want. And what was even the question? I just totally got off. Okay. How do you know you're being pulled? It was like, all right. Anyways, roundabout answer. When you are in that space, when you just know things are working out, you don't worry about it. Your main focus is staying focused. That's what you do. You stay focused. That's the job. And when you are there, you just kind of understand that you still do stuff. You behave as the version of you that has what you want or has already achieved what you want. And then you act as you are that person. So if that person is going to be setting up a business, for example, if it's you owning your own business, then like I said with the question about the manufacturing or whatever, the clothing manufacturing earlier, if your ultimate goal is to be a business owner, or at least one of your milestones that we're working towards is to be a business owner, then today, instead of, hanging out with your friends or watching TV or like taking rest because you're tired from your regular job, spend an hour working on your business, spend an hour looking up how to build a website, spend an hour, whatever. Anyways, my point is that as you are being, not just acting as if, you be the version of you that has what you want, that's already accomplished it. As you be that person, you start taking steps to do what they do, and things just naturally, they just happen. So when you're of that mind frame, it's less about like, ooh, is this inspired action? Should I act? You just do the stuff that you need to do. And then for me, as a personal, thing, if I feel something like that I don't know, I'm unsure about, because the thing with inspired action is you don't realize you're taking it. You don't realize it's inspired action until you're like, oh, okay, I turned right on this corner because there's $100 bill on the ground. Great. You know what I mean? You don't know it's really happening for the most part, I guess. I'm sure every case is different, but until you kind of get there and you're like, oh, I see, that was inspired action. But at the same time, if I am the version of me that I am, if I am the business owner version of me, I'm inspired to work on my website today or whatever. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of a weird question, because if you really think about it, like right now, you're manifesting whatever it is that you are being in this moment. You are being it. And I don't know, you go to pick up your coffee cup. Is that inspired action? Kind of, right? It's kind of all, I think it's a gray area. I think it's more so, I don't need to, if something's not what I want and I want to like mess with it, like, oh no, that's not right. I gotta, that's more of the trying to manipulate, more so doing it with this. No, it's just not here yet. I am this, that's fine. We're there, we're working on it. We're getting there. It's different. It's a different energy than just like, no, that's not what I'm trying. It's just more so like, yeah, that's not it yet. Let's keep focusing. I don't know. I don't know how to describe. I don't know. I hope that answered that question. That is a really good question. Oh yeah. Also what I was going to say is, for me, like a personal rule of thumb, if I get something that I'm like, ooh, I should do that. If I question it for a moment, then I wait for it to come back around. And if it nags me, then I know it's something I'm supposed to do, and then I'll do it. But if it's something like, if I have an idea and then I'm just like, I don't know if I should do that, then I put it away. I just like, yeah, okay, it'll come back to me if it's supposed to be here. And then if it is supposed to be there, then it comes back. If it's not, I can't remember it because it was just like a fleeting thought, So I don't know. I hope I answered your question. Okay. Maria says, hi, Roxy. I hope your day has been wonderful. Thank you. It has. I appreciate you. I have a question regarding my desired career. I want to become a successful pop star, but I keep thinking about how I'm going to achieve that goal. It doesn't matter. It can sometimes lead me to feeling depressed or desperate and hopeless, as if I'm not good enough for my goal. I keep thinking about how to get noticed by music labels, and I've tried to put myself out there without success, and I keep feeling like the universe is against my achieving that goal. Okay, well, I think you're not going to get it with that kind of attitude. There's just no way. being noticed by, this is interesting because I am a musician. So I identify with you so much with that question. But part of me is like, big record labels are overrated. I know that you get the backing, like the big putting you out there, but like that's such a small percentage of the population of musicians out there. And once they have their hooks in you, you're done for. Like you don't get to be the you that you necessarily want to be. And they have control over every dollar you own because it's all 360 deals now. And you basically are a slave to them. They charge you, they nickel and dime you for absolutely everything that you do. And you have to pay them back. It's like indentured servitude, and you have to pay it back. And they can shelf you, and you cannot work for anybody else remember what Kesha, you guys remember her? The reason she didn't make music for years is because she didn't want to work with her producer, and her record label would not let her off of her contract. So she stopped being able to make music. And anyways, yeah. And she was a huge, huge star. So not that she's not anymore, but just at the time, it was like obviously the height of her career. And even she could not get out of her contract. So my point is, if you want to be on a record label, just let that be like, and the record labels love me. Don't let that be your main goal, because it does come with a lot of rejection. It does come with a lot of like heightened expectations that are just not necessary. And I think that it makes you like, just like you wrote, all those things that you're worried about, those things are like heightened and like magnified with a record. And of course, this is all limiting beliefs. Of course, you can have your thing go exactly the way you want it to. But my point is that don't need the record label. I think you should cut that part out of it. I think that has got to go in order for you to feel better about this. Because look at people like Macklemore. I don't know what he's been doing lately, but he had huge success, completely independent, still not on a label. It is possible. Look into Leah McHenry. She has a business course on how to build a music career, just like you build a business, just like we're doing right here, but with music. So you build a community, you niche down, you do your marketing and stuff like that. And you learn how to market your own music. When you are at that stage, because the record labels they don't care about you anyways until you have fans and music and proven track record. So, the old days of them like discovering somebody and like completely like Britney Spearsing them or whatever and turn them into a star. Even she was like she was already on the Mickey Mouse Club. Like she was doing stuff when she was discovered. So put together some music, build up a little bit of a fan base, change your whole, like you can't do it with all these opinions. This is just like, you have so many things like that you don't believe in yourself, that it's just like, this is your reality. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm going to make the music I love. I'm going to feel good about promoting it and putting it out there. I'm going to find people to connect with that really like what I do. And I'm not going to stop. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to make music, do what musicians do, make music, make connections, do the work, hone your craft, get better at your skill. And then when you've been being the musician you need to be, maybe record labels look and notice you. And again, this is kind of limiting. I'm not going to lie, but that's because I also think because record labels are a little bit limiting. Obviously, you can get major. Of course, I understand the benefit of them, but there's also a lot of downside to them. So, look into the realities of being on a record label. Look at other artist stories and testimonials and stuff like that. Stop worrying about them approving you. Stop needing approval. Music is for the listener. They don't need to know anything about you. You don't need to be anything to make the music that people will resonate with. So take the pressure off of yourself and put the focus in creating the best possible product that you can, so that you do feel confident about your music skills and you do feel confident about your ability to anything. This goes for any career, guys. This is not just music or anything in general. Start changing your language. Hone your skills again so that you feel more confident. Practice, go do shows, go play with people, be a musician. Don't need a record label. This is exactly the same for like an SP. It's the same steps, just replace the nouns and the pronouns. don't need the record label. Just know that any record label that is lucky enough to hear your music is going to be in awe of you, and they're going to be fighting over you or whatever. Okay. If you want to go there with it, that's fine, but you just need to go there and then be there. That kind of a person who knows their music is the shit and yeah, record labels are fighting over me. They're not saying any of this stuff about themselves as far as their skills and stuff goes. And maybe they do feel it sometimes, but they're not letting themselves settle. You bounce that shit out. I don't have room for that here. Nope. Nope. No. I'm an amazing musician. People love me. They love what I have to say. They love the sound of my music. They love the sound of my voice or whatever you're doing. They love my lyrics. They reach out to me. It resonates with them. It touches them. They've never heard music that makes them feel like this. Start writing this new story, and then you be it, and you have to stay there, and you can't go back. Okay. And good luck. Send me some of your music. Okay. Let's see. Don't everybody send me your music, please. I barely have time to do my own. Okay. Let's see. Dee says, hi, Roxy. Hello. Loving your videos from last week. Can you talk about that anxiety that something's coming? You're seeing signs everywhere. Things are starting to come. But how do you not worry or overthink? My best answer is I don't know. I don't know how you don't worry, but you just have to not let those thoughts settle, because I have days where I just actually I'm talking about this week. Of course, this always happens, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. Something I learned this week of having a day where I was bouncing for 24 hours, or I guess 18 hours the entire time I was awake. You know what? Hold on. Let me just say real fast, since you guys are here with me, I've been talking about it. Remember the house I was manifesting? We got it. Okay, we got it. Manifesting is real, guys. So this week and probably next week will be the last time we're here in this set. This will be a little bit similar, but everything's changing. New house, everything. Like, anyways, I talk about the story in tomorrow's video, but I had a day where I had major doubts, and I was just bouncing my thoughts all day long, bouncing. And what I learned from that day is that had I not been bouncing all day, I would have been spiraling all day. And bouncing, as exhausting as it might be, way less exhausting than a freaking spiral, way less detrimental, way easier to recover from. And I did, absolutely. So my answer to you would be, things are coming. They're always coming. Things will, like, it's weird that we take so much like, oh, what about this one thing? Like, that's going to come and it's going to be old news. And then what? Like, things always come. They always manifest. You will never stop this process. So instead of looking at these things like with a magnifying glass, like a microscope, like, oh, I have to have this thing. It's like, no, you have a whole bunch of life ahead of you. What are you going to do in 12 years? What are you going to do in 25 years? Figure this out now. Who cares about this one tiny little thing? Not saying that your stuff that you like is irrelevant. What I'm saying is you're putting way too much focus on these, my person. Not that, and listen, I understand it, but your entire life, what you do with your life, way more on a grand scale than this one person that you're in a relationship with, okay? That is part of the deal. That's not the deal, okay? So focus on how to be good at this process, because this does not stop. Once you get your person, then what, right? When it's old news, when it's 6 months down the road and you're just like, okay, maybe not 6 months. Let's say 6 years, not saying that obviously I love my husband, but it gets familiar. Everything is familiar after a while. So where are you going to be when you have your person next to you? Now what? I spent so much of my life trying to be in a relationship. Now I'm in one. Who am I? What do I like? What do I do? Where am I going next? What is my life? Like, do this now. Anyways, my point is, something's always coming. So get used to the fact that it's always going to be coming. There's always something going to be on the way. So chill. It's always happening. This is always, we're patient. We are patient. We're seeing signs everywhere. Great. I'm in tune. I'm in control. Ooh, sign. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, damn, I'm powerful. Okay. Things are starting to come. Great. Because they're always coming. How do you not worry or overthink? I don't know, but you stay focused and you do not let the worries settle. We don't settle on the worries. We don't settle on the insecurities or doubts. We bounce. If you overthink, fine, but you better be overthinking about stuff that works for you or bouncing those thoughts out. And seen. That's how you do all that stuff. Catherine says, so grateful you're live now. Thanks all. I need some levity and some hope. Okay, well, I hope I can give it to you. I'm so distraught about Kobe. Oh no, I don't want to talk about this. Y'all, I don't like talking about death. I really don't. I really don't like talking about it. Fuck. I want to be here for you, but it's like, I don't want to. There's a lot of us here right now, and I know a lot of, I don't know. Damn it, I don't want to talk. Let me see if I can get through this question. I'm not going to read out loud. I love you. And okay, I'll read it. All right. She says, on a personal level, it's making me feel so very low vibe today. And it's making me question my faith in the universe. When something so senseless and terrible happens, any suggestions on how to shift my energy and strengthen my faith? Thanks for all you do, Roxy. I can't, shit happens. That's honestly, I don't know what else to say about it. Shit fucking happens here. And look at Nipsey Hussle. Extremely tragic, extremely sad. Galvanize thousands of people. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, see, I don't want to fucking talk about this stuff. Kobe was an icon, obviously. And of course it was, I don't want to go. I really don't like talking about this kind of stuff. Things happen here. And instead of you taking this time to mourn and worry, take a page out of his book and give something your fucking all. Like, if anything can be said about that man, it's that he did the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, he lived his life. Obviously, with his daughter, it's extremely tragic. I can't even address that part. So people are always going to die. Maybe that's a limiting belief for me. I don't know. I have yet to. I don't like going here, guys. I really don't like talking about death. Please, no, I love you, but please don't ask me about death stuff. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, and it just triggers me. It makes me think about people that have died in my life, and how I'm trying to figure out if I can get back to them somehow. I don't like to go there. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm here for you. Again, people are going to die. Use them as a way to embody what they've given to the world: dedication, strength, focus, passion, and put that into something that you love, that fulfills you and makes you feel good. Because I don't know how else to do it. Just, there is still love and beauty on this planet. So turn your attention towards that. That's the best thing I can do. And once again, please, guys, please don't ask me about death. I'm sorry. I don't have answers for you. I'm not psychic. I don't know. I'm not any different than you guys. I just pay attention to patterns really well and use them to my advantage. So please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. Okay. If you want to book a session and talk about grief, different story. Because like it'll make me cry too. So if like I'm gonna cry with you, I'm not doing it on like YouTube Live. You know what I'm saying? So I know that might sound callous. I don't mean it like that. Like, I definitely have clients who come to me to help with the grieving process, and I'm there for them, obviously 100%. But I don't want to do it in this form. I don't like talking about it. So one-on-one, personal, yes, absolutely. This kind of thing, please don't anymore. And I love you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to chastise you. I just would like to say that going forward. I've mentioned it before. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So don't talk about it anymore. Okay. Sarah says, hi, Roxy. I feel like I've always been so focused on love, and I feel like it's almost a means of self-sabotage because I don't allow myself to sit comfortably ever with who I am. How do I put myself first? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was saying before. I was talking about this thing about, yeah, so you get your person, and then what? You still have life. You got decades ahead of you to still be you. So what you need to do is you need to start doing things that are just Sarah time. What makes you happy? Is it getting massages? Is it laughing with your friends? Is it eating a bunch of food? Makes me happy. Is it watching reality TV? Is it playing with dogs? These are all things of mine. Whatever it is, Start giving yourself some Sarah time. Start putting yourself first as the main focus. And sorry, I'm still getting distracted from that last one. I don't like that stuff. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, putting yourself first. Yeah. Care about yourself. Put your own feelings first. Do things that make you happy. Do things that feel good for you. Do things only because you want to do them and nobody else. Start making it a priority to consider your own feelings, needs, wants, wishes, desires, and things like that. And then actually listening and giving yourself what you need. Complimenting yourself every single day, looking in the mirror, and instead of tearing down the things you don't like, talk about the things that you do like. Talk about the things, even if it's just one thing, even if it's just one. I like the fact that I'm really smart. Cool. Get in that mirror and look at you, you smart ass. Look at you. You're going to go take over the world. Proud of you. Do that to yourself every day. Compliment yourself on something that you actually like so it's believable to you. Get into the practice of treating yourself as you would treat another person. So think about how you would want to be treated by your partner, considered, trusted, allowed to be yourself, things like that, and then do that for yourself, if that makes sense. Laviana says, can you do a video on your relationship with your husband and how you manifested him? Oh, man. It's hard because I didn't know I was manifesting back then. So I was just like, I met my husband. The first time I met him, I don't remember him because I had a boyfriend at the time and I'm just not a wandering eye type. So he was with one of my friends. I remember talking to my friend and I remember there being a person next to him, but apparently that was my husband. Because he remembers it and I don't remember it. So the second time I met him, however, when I did not have a boyfriend, and I knew immediately that was my person. I knew I was going to marry him. I was like, ooh, who he? And I don't know. I called dibs on him because he has a twin. I called dibs on him. And my best friend called dibs on his twin. And we did both end up dating. I just ended up marrying not to put my brother on. I'm not gonna. Let's not. He doesn't need to be blasted. Anyways, yeah, I met him. Knew immediately he was gonna be my person. Pursued him in like the physical manifestation way, like trying to manipulate 3D world kind of way, not up here because I didn't know what I was doing. Even though I did know we were going to be together. So I guess at the end of the day, like I would go over to my friend's house and we'd just be sitting there and I'd be like, I know I'm going to marry this guy, like 3 months in. And we'd be having this conversation of like, well, is he going to, like, I want to call him my boyfriend. And my friends would be like, give it 6 months. Like, cause they were guys, they're guy friends, like, give it 6 months. And then after that, it's like shit or get off the pot time. So even those friends I saw like the weekend before I got married, and they're like, I can't believe, like, I remember you just sitting in our apartment saying you were going to marry this guy. Anyways, I don't know. I just always knew. I guess at the end of the day, that's the best I can say is I always knew I was going to marry him. It was never a question. Even when we broke up and I had a rebound relationship for 2 years, I still never stopped loving him. He just was that person for me. So I don't know if it's video worthy. That's why I really haven't done it. Not that I don't want to. I'm just like, okay. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, I had a couple more. Amanda, love you. Appreciate you always. Chef Eric, thank you. That's my cousin. Thank you. All right. Okay. Kim says, have this job now. Horrible commute. My boss sucks. It's boring. Girl, no. Apply for a new job close to home. Want it. How can I manifest it? Any mindset? Yes. Okay. All right. Have this job now. Horrible commute. My boss sucks. It's boring. Okay. So when you are trying to quit a job, and I know this firsthand, this one I've actually done myself. When you are trying to quit a job and it's like life or death because obviously you hate your boss, it sucks, it's boring, you're not going to get out of it with this kind of talk. What you need to start doing is changing. Let's step back up. Yeah, you got to change your mindset. You know what? Fine. If I'm here now, that's okay. Because what it's doing, it's paying my rent while I'm getting this other job. It's paying for my bills right now while I'm getting this other job. And this job is obviously mine. I've chosen it. It's the one for me. It's close to my house. Of course, it's supposed to be my job. So this is the job I'm moving into. This is the job I'm at right now that is getting me to this job. So again, do I have to love it? No. Do I have to hate it? Absolutely not. Boss loves me. They're totally going to miss me. They're really sad that I'm leaving because I'm their favorite employee. When they walk in the building, they're like, oh, thank God she's here today. And wait, Kim, yes, okay. And they're just sad to see you go. They wish the best for you. They want to see you grow, but they're going to miss their favorite employee. So they're going to do their best. They really love being around you. They're super positive. They always have nice things to say. They're very encouraging. And you know what? The job is kind of boring, but that's okay because that gives me time to focus on my new reality. And so I'm going to be in La La Land all day. I'm going to be in the land of Kim, who is leaving this job soon because this other one is already in the works. It's already lined up. It's already happening. Bosses love me. Sorry to leave you high and dry, but I got to move on with my life. I appreciate that you're saddened by my absence, though. Thank you. And you know what? I'm kind of okay with this job. Again, it's boring. So I get to stay in the mind frame of the me who's doing exactly what I want to do. So live in La La Land. Do not. This first sentence, gone. Erase this. I'm not even going to read it again. So I have this job now. The commute is long, but at the same time, that also gives me time to listen to positive messages, to listen to business podcasts, to do my affirmations, to play my new programming. So I really enjoy this time I have to think. This job gives me so much time to plan and live out my new reality so that I can be sending this off to the universe constantly. You want to be communicating that this job is done and we are moving to the new job. So start tying up loose ends, start slowly taking stuff away from your work. You know what I mean? Things like that, or whatever kind of job you have, that are signifying to you that this is ending. Let's put a nice little bow on it, a nice kind bow. They're going to miss us. We really appreciated this job, but it's time to move on. Change the energy completely, okay? Okay. Grace, I love you and you changed our lives. Thanks, Grace. I love you. I appreciate you guys so much. Gina says, do you think negative thoughts go away permanently as we grow and expand more, or are they meant to be a part of our mind to know what we want in our lives? Okay, that's a really interesting question. First of all, I'm glad you mentioned that because that reminds me, I have a little bit of an announcement. Wednesday, you guys asked, I delivered. Collab with Amanda is coming out. So Wednesday we are collabing, and that question I think that was on my channel. And then, on her channel, we talk about quantum physics a little bit. So that's coming out Wednesday. Collab with Amanda. If you guys are, I know some people are definitely interested because we've heard that a lot. So, okay, do you think negative thoughts go away permanently as we grow and expand more, or are they meant to be a part of our mind to know what we want in our lives? Okay, so first things first, we go into depth with this question, so I'm just going to glaze over it a little bit. Do I think that they are meant to be a part of your mind to know what you want in your life? No, it's programming. It's old programming. At the end of the day, I can't say that. I don't know. I don't know what goes on beyond Earth, guys. I really don't know. And what I speak about is just stuff that the scientists say, and then I adapt it to manifesting. Other than that, I don't know. I'm not psychic. I don't think. I'm not connected to any other. I don't know anything more than just what they say already. So, is there something out there that's like, oh, this is meant for you? I don't really know. I don't know the answer to that question, so I can't answer that. But do I think that they're in our minds because it's like, now you know what you want? No, I think it's old programming. I think it's stuff that you've just been thinking for so long that you're used to thinking it, and you're going to have to make a hard stop. And like every time you notice yourself thinking that stuff, no, you stop it and you deploy the counter thought. Okay. So, I don't think that they're meant to like here's a negative thought, so you know what you want now. No, it's just you have negative thoughts because you're conditioned to think negatively about certain things. And then do they go away? And that's kind of what we talk about in the video. No, as far as I know, no, they don't. And that's why being on top of it is the answer, because they don't, as far as I've experienced yet, have not gone. This is a practice. It is a lifestyle. It is not a one and done thing. Okay. Woo. All right. Thanks, Kit. I appreciate the kind words that you're saying. I guess I don't need to read them aloud to toot my own horn, but I appreciate you and I'm here for you. And thank you for being a part of the community. Veronica, okay, I guess I'm gonna toot my horn this time. Veronica says, thank you, Roxy, loving your videos. Everything you say actually works. All my relationships are spot on now. Yeah, honestly, this stuff really does work. And I'm just seeing like amazing. I literally, okay, before I say this, I want you guys to know, I have like I will cry at like any sort of like sad movie, too happy movie. Like I don't watch certain content because I'm just like, oh, that's just going to make me cry. I'm not going to watch that. Like, I just immediate. So anyways, I cried from an email from a client today because he had a situation that seemed very like, I was like, stop what you're doing now. Change this right now, because this is like dire right now. So he did it and everything worked out exactly like better than, of course, we thought or planned. And I literally cried. I was like, oh my God. Like, it's just rad to see you got, like, I have my own results. I know it works for me, but to have people coming and like all the things that are working out, like, I know this works because it's not just me. It works for me and it's working for tons of people. So thank you for sharing these with me. And thank you for reiterating to the community that this is real. I mean, like, yeah, it's happening whether we like it or not. So just get on board with it. That's the way I look at it. I'm just going to read this. Kelly, I'm kind of out of order, but Kelly says, I have completely stopped all focus on my SP. It's all about me and living my life to the fullest. My only affirmation about him is that he is on his way back and I don't care about anything else. Yep. You're doing good. You are doing great. Kitty says, putting yourself first, like how they tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first on a plane, because you can't help anyone else if you don't help yourself first. Exactly. Thank you. That's what this episode I kind of started to talk about. Okay, actress Harshfield says, things are showing up in my reality. Tip, when you see manifestations show up, don't brush them off as a coincidence. Relish in that good feeling as long as possible. More good stuff for the printer. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I always say that. I celebrate every manifestation from a feather to $1 million. Does not matter. I celebrate it because, right, one for one, it sends it off to the printer. It sends off a new, yep, give me some more of this. Give me more things to celebrate. Give me more. This is happening. All my stuff. Yes, I'm powerful. But it also reinforces your own power to yourself. And it makes taking stock in the good things that you're doing a habit, which is obviously the you that you want to embody. Okay, where are we? Adisha says, Roxy, you helped me to love myself and know real manifestation things. Yep. Thank you. Happy to be part of your journey. Okay, I like this question. Cutie Kin says, okay, so I have to run a mile tomorrow and my crush is in my class and I want to do good and impress him. What should I do? I'm having some anxiety. Oh God. If running was what was the marker for impressing people, none of you guys will be watching my channel. So I can run for short bursts. I'm built like for power, not really for speed. Like I can hit a ball out of the fucking park, but I can't do a pull-up. Anyways, this is not about me. This is about you. Okay, so okay, run that mile in your head. A lot of people talk about this, like Joe Dispenza, lots of doctors. There's these experiments where they run athletes through their like their whole routine or their plays or whatever before they go out on the field or before they play whatever game, and the same neurons fire in their mind as if they were actually doing it. So, and then of course, this is just like we were talking about before about the celebrating whatever, when it sends it off to the universe, this does the same thing. So you run that mile like 10 times in your mind, go do it every which way that it could go right. Give yourself that like, ooh, bitch. And then he looks over and he's like, ooh, look at you doing good. And then you're running together and then you sprint up a little bit and then he can, whatever is like a fun way of thinking about it. Give yourself that, play it over in your mind, go through the thing and don't do any doomsday prepping. Okay. Doomsday prepping is really not a good habit. What's the opposite of doomsday? Good day prepping? I don't know. Amazing day prepping. Yeah. So do some amazing day prepping. Visualize yourself running that mile a bunch of times. Visualize him coming up to you afterwards and being like, saw you running that mile or whatever, or winking at you or like, I don't know, whatever would be cool to you and is like believable in your mind. Give yourself some of that, play it out in your mind, and then just don't worry about impressing him. Okay. Worry about doing and feeling your absolute best so that no matter what happens at the end of it, you can be like, hell yes, me did the best. I put myself first. I did the best that I could, and I'm proud of what I accomplished. That's where your focus should be. And if he is part of the overall story for you, then yeah, and he noticed. I did amazing and he noticed. That's all I need to know. That, and then just do as much as you can tomorrow, like meditate before you go to school, meditate tonight before you go to bed. Scripting, do script tonight about how amazing it went and how great you feel and all this stuff. And then go there with just like as feeling as good as you can. Do as many things as you can to feel really good tomorrow. And just like, right. I don't know, go last. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do amazing. I'm going to feel amazing. And he's going to notice and be, I just said be impressed. Fine. He's impressed. But just don't make that be your, like, your main focus. Make your personal success and accomplishment that be your main focus. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to talk about tragedies. How tragedies manifest. They just happen. This is a place of all kinds of stuff. And okay. Just because a tragedy happens or something bad happens in your life does not mean you asked for it. It does not mean you made it happen. It means that you are aware of tragedies, and so you become aware of them. It's the awareness. Like, it's not that, and I had somebody in my group ask a similar question yesterday about, all the like depression and things that happen in my family and how did I manifest this? It makes me feel really shitty. It's like, it's not that you manifested them. It's just that when you are noticing and living by and aware of the tragedy, the depression, the illness, the pain, and the sorrow, you make that part of your story. You are aware of it and you will be drawn to it and it will be fed to you more because you are transmitting, hey, y'all, this is the tragedy zone. You got a tragedy? Let me know so that I can be aware of it and put my freaking eyeballs on it, put my feelings into it more and drum more of that up. It's a cycle. Okay. So it's shit happens here. There's 7 billion people manifesting at the same time. And not all of them are doing what we're doing. Okay. And not saying that everyone's evil or anything like that. It's just that people don't know what they're doing. One bad thing happens because shit happens. And then that becomes their story. Like Joe Dispenza talks about it. You have something where, like, maybe you have let's just say something benign, like a conversation. Someone says something really, really fucked up to you that really gets to you. A week later, you're still kind of thinking about it. And you're like, someone said something to me a week ago. And it's just like, damn, like I can't really stop thinking about it. I feel really shitty about it. A month goes by. Well, a month ago, someone said something to me that really fucked me up. And then I spent a couple weeks just like not being able to take my mind out of it. And it's just kind of put this layer of sadness over me. 6 months down the road, now we're in like full depression because we've been living as this sad version and then just manifesting more and more and more and more because our overall thing we're putting out is just like depression, sadness. No. People mistreat me, things like that. You're allowing them to continue because you keep attaching them to yourself. It's like you're picking them up. Oh, some fucking tragedy. Oh, I need that in my bag. Let's put this on here. Now we're carrying around tragedy. Any more? Anybody got any more tragedy I can have? Put it in this bag. So, yeah, I don't know. It's the same with any answer. You got to ignore that shit. When that stuff happened with Kobe, obviously I had a few moments and I was like, okay, I cannot impress this because I'm not even going to say the words out loud. I'm going to say that made me launch into husbands live as long as wives. Husbands and wives live long lives together. We are living a long, happy, healthy life together. And I would all day long, husbands live just as long as wives. Husbands live just as long as wives. So I don't know. That's it. Please, I know that was from before. So I'm probably not going to address any more of those questions. I love you guys. Not trying to, again, put you down or anything. I just don't want to go there. Okay. Christine says, hi, Roxy. If you do weekly affirmations, would you do some for a mental diet? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Let me write that down. That's not the one I want right now. Oh, this works. This works. Okay. Mental diet. That's a good one. I mean, in general, they kind of are mental. They're all mental diet, but I will focus specifically on this. Okay. What else we got? Suzanne says, yes, I'd love it if the affirmations was something I could fall asleep to. That's when I listen to them the most. Some rampages are good for working out walks. Okay, got you. I will do some ASMR, my sexy voice. Okay. That sounded really weird, but okay. Lydia, so I kind of answered a little bit of this, but I'll answer this. I'm seeing improvement with my SP being friendly again. How to know when it's the moment to make a move further? Does it come naturally? I know if I have to ask, I still have some limiting beliefs. Yeah. Keep in mind, if you were in a relationship with your specific person and everything was all good, everything was perfect, you wouldn't be asking on a live stream if it would be okay to text them. You know what I'm saying? So like, make sure that, or you know, whatever, make the move. You just make it. So make sure that you are operating as the version of you who is in that relationship already, and that everything is working out for you, and everything always works out, and everything is great or whatever, because you don't want to get into that cycle of affirming it like on the back end without even realizing that you're affirming it. Because should I reach out? Well, now we've got a version of our relationship where it's weird for us to communicate or whatever. So make it as natural as possible. But yes, you want it to be natural. You want it to feel normal. You want it to feel like the logical next step. So if it does, then go ahead. If it doesn't, examine it, put it away. Like I said earlier, put it on the back burner and see how often it nags you. If you keep being nagged about it, then just do it. Yeah. Text him. Cool. Fine. Now what? Go focus on something else. Don't spend your whole day worrying about it, wondering whether he's going to respond, looking at your phone like, you know, just go on about your day like a normal ass day. Normal ass day. Taehyung, okay, so we talked a little bit about this. I want to become a famous singer, a famous pop singer like Ariana Grande. Can I then imagine a scene where I'm having a concert in a big stadium? Will that goal manifest effortlessly? If you, let's say, I've done that visualization myself many times. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying if you doubts and you just, this is it, this is happening, whatever, I'm going forward with this regardless, then you just do that and you live as that version of you, and you tell me if it's going to manifest. I can't decide that for you. So you just go full steam ahead with it. And just like I said earlier, if you're going to be a famous singer, you just be that singer. Start making the music. Start being the version of you that is creating music that people want to listen to. Stuff like that. Okay. All right. I have something on my tongue. Sorry. There's like a fuzzy on there. Of course. Okay. Anywho, Joey says, you are super conscious. Oh, okay. Thank you. You're amazing. Even this live at the moment. Brilliant. Thanks. Thank you, guys. I feel so freaking good. Tip for you guys, breathing helps so much when it comes to quieting the mind. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's a good idea. Cause I think that what it's like, we tend to like breathe shallow when we're like stressed and stuff. So that's a good tip there. Thank you, Joey. Melanie, thank you, darling, so much for donating to the chat. You're very kind. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Valentina, I like this. She says, take a mirror in the morning. Take a look in the mirror, I'm guessing, in the morning, and look at yourself the way you want your SP to look at you. That's cute. I really like that. Nick says, next Monday, I will talk about my success story. Please do. We're waiting. Okay, thank you. I believe 1997 says, I would love to hear how you manifested your house. Tomorrow's video, I did it. I talked about it. And thank you. We're so excited. We spent yesterday painting. Well, I had to record videos for the day, and then my husband spent the entire day painting, and then I came over to help with like 1.5 rooms. Wow, yeah, got a lot done. Daydream, I'm just going to repeat this because I think other people would want to hear it too. Says, I needed to hear this. Don't blame yourself when you do something you didn't want to do. It's all good. Thank you. Absolutely. Because the next movement forward, the next moment forward is what matters. Isa! Oh, I love this. Okay. She says, back in October, I told you my husband and I had been separated for 3 years. I applied your 360 approach and he moved back in on Sunday. 3 years trying without you and 3 months with success and your help. You are amazing. Super proud of you. thank you for sharing that. And thank you for letting people know that this works. Okay. 3 years versus 3 months. That's kind of, you know what? That's the same story I got with my business here. I've been building this shit for a long time. And then as soon as this 360 came in, here we are. It works, guys. Okay. And thank you for sharing. Proud of you. Very proud of you. Oh, here's another one. Samantha says, success stories. I've been listening to your confidence, where is this? And specific person affirmations videos twice a day, most days. My crush and I saw each other again yesterday. There are 2 lines in the affirmations that say something like, they already know what I want. And I don't even have to ask. Well, there were 2 very specific things that I was going to ask him to do, things that he wouldn't just do on his own, or so I thought. During the time I was with him, he did those 2 exact things, just like I wanted him to do it. I didn't even have to ask. Keeping the post G-rated, so no details. Oh my God, that's hilarious. She said, this shit is amazing. I've been purposely manifesting for a couple years and it still blows my mind. And if this crush is a manifestation, and this crush is a manifestation of its own. Same with me, girl. I've been doing law of attraction for like a decade now. And again, the last 3 months when I applied this process, I'm not saying I'm the end all be all. I'm just saying this works. This is a way to do it that works. You just have to dedicate yourself. Ian says, oh, Ian, me and Amanda answered your question on our video on Wednesday. So you're getting a personal answered question on Wednesday from me and Amanda. Okay. He says, is living in the end in a relationship with my SP needy energy? How do I take him off a pedestal and live in the end at the same time? Okay. That's a good question. So is living in the end of my relationship needy energy? Okay. So with this SP thing, sometimes I would really need to talk to you, like, to see exactly what it is that you are, like, what you're affirming, what your like scenes are, what exactly it is that you're like trying to manifest with the situation, to see like if you're putting things out too far in front of you. But that's a pretty common, I don't want to use the word mistake. It's just, that's what we're taught. They're like, go to the end in the marriage and visualize your ring. Like I said, happily married, not even wearing a wedding ring. Okay. This is my point. Happily married people, if my husband sent me a text right now, I wouldn't notice it for the next 2 hours. That's how married people act. Okay. So if that's your goal, or, I mean, happy relationship, whatever, I want you to be putting yourself into the version of you. If he called you right now and said everything that you needed to hear, or you got a text message that was everything that you needed to hear, I'm so sorry, I love you, do this, you're amazing, I can't stop thinking about you, I can't imagine my life without you, which are all great affirmations, by the way, if you want to use them. Say you got that conversation right now. Then what? 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 2 weeks down the road, that's where you need to put yourself. If you are, it's so hard without knowing what you're actually doing to like give you like direct advice on what to do, because I don't know exactly where whatever's going on. But I would say if it happened right now, you got everything that you needed to start this relationship, where would you be at? What mind frame would you be in? How is the relationship unfolding now that everyone's got what they need and we can move forward? That's kind of where you want to be. So living in the end of that is not, oh, my wedding ring, oh, my person. It's no, this relationship is unfolding. That's really amazing. I manifested this person. Awesome. We have a great connection. Different mentality than, oh, my SP, you know what I mean? There's just so much like it's just not, you don't need to do all the things that we think we need to do. It's just, you just be the version of you that's got a happy, healthy, whole version of them that's ready for a relationship and can't stop thinking about it and doesn't want anything else right now in the world except to be with you. So, and then taking him off a pedestal, start complimenting yourself, start getting clear on what it is that you bring to the table in the relationship, and start amplifying that and start diminishing his power. He's just a part of your world. He's here for you to enjoy. I know that sounds really weird, but I mean, it's not about him. It's about you. You want a person in your life that ticks your boxes. Here's one. That's about as, okay, great. Thanks. Like, we have that level of detachment with it, because at the end of the day, right, it's just a blob of energy. I can manifest anything I want. So yeah, of course I can have a relationship with this person. Anybody can have anything they want. So again, amplifying your power, your stuff, diminishing his weight, the power he holds over you. Like, he's lucky you're allowing him to be this significant person in your life. So feel that way. And not in a mean way. Obviously, we still want to be kind to these people, of course, but they're here for you, not the other way around. That's how you got to look at it. I get it. It sounds so rude, but that's just how you have to see the world in order for you to really understand that's what is happening. We're all doing this. So it's not selfish for me to say, this is my world and you're lucky to be in it, because you can say that and you can say that and my husband can say that, all the same thing. So it's not special if everybody can, you know what I mean? It's not like anything. Yeah, this is my world and you're here because it's my world. And you say that and you say that and you say that. And none of us are terrible people for that being the reality of Earth, of whatever. Okay, if you're the person who's messaging me on my Roxy Talks page, I can't talk to you right now because I'm on live. So please don't send any more question marks. I will get to it when I can. Appreciate you. Love you. Okay. All right. Al, my amazing mod, says, LOA works for everybody all the time. You are doing it 24/7. Exactly, miss. That's how the world works. There's not a time when you're not manifesting. It's that this is how Earth works. So yeah, get on board. Miss Reject. Oh, I know we talked about this, but it triggers me. Okay, all right. She says, hey, Roxy, got a new crush, and we're texting, and he asked me on a date. Just going to choose when. How can I stop the long waits between texts? I want him to blow my phone up. Do that energetically. Next week, I'm going to do a video on manifesting texts and stuff like that. But you're going to have to live that out energetically so that you don't feel the absence of it, and just kind of like give yourself what you need from him. Take the edge off. Know that no matter what, it's working out. And maybe this has to unfold. Maybe he doesn't want to text. I don't want to be limiting about it. Let's just say that it's unfolding exactly the way it needs to be. Don't feel needy. Don't feel desperate. Be patient. Focus on other things in your life that you can work on, and just allow this to unfold. That would be my advice. Manifesting, that would have been my advice 10 years ago before I knew about manifestation. Just chill. Let it unfold the way it unfolds. Do it naturally. I've always followed that rule with relationships, and I've always had, relationships have never really been an issue for me, but part of that is because I do think it's a privilege to be my partner. I really honestly do. Even like, I've been all kinds of weights. I've been over 200 pounds. I've been up and down with weight. I've been there with the self-esteem. Even though I may have felt like not good about my physical appearance, that never changed the fact that I knew that I'm kind of awesome. And like, if you're going to be with me, like you're lucky. That sounds so terrible, but like, no, my life is cool. My life is fun. I do cool shit. I do fun shit. I'm an in-person. I'm not going to be your, basic vanilla bitch. No offense to any vanilla bitches out there. I love you. But I've just kind of always had that just like, okay, you don't want to be here with me? Fine. I don't care. Go be with someone else then. So I have to say, I think that's part of the success of why relationships haven't really been an issue with me, or why, manifesting an SP isn't really. Anyways, my point is, it is a privilege to be with you. Start behaving that way. Don't let these people have power over you. You are the one in control. This is your reality, your choice. You get what you want based on what you focus on and how you focus on it. So just do you. Mary says, my SP and I are in contact, but it's not moving forward. We get close to hanging out, and then he stands me up. How do I move forward? I continue to intend that all his blocks are removed. Okay, you're intending that his blocks are removed. Are you intending that yours are? Because you just in your sentence, you have blocking language. And that's not even addressing whatever it is that's within you that's causing you to manifest hot and cold behavior, or whatever you want to call it. So you need to look at your worries, your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, what you think is possible for you in relationships, whether or not you think this person's good enough for you, whether or not you think they're good enough for them, all that other stuff. So start intending that you are uncovering your own blocks, because he is a reflection of you. So if he's not ready for a relationship, you're not ready for a relationship. And if he was, or if you were, then you wouldn't be asking this question, because the version of you that is ready, the version of you that has dealt with this stuff and is kind of on board with it, she's not having a person standing her up. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, deal with your own. What I meant to say with that is that, yeah, so that version of you that's in that relationship, happy, healthy, whole her is choosing happy, healthy, whole him. And happy, healthy, whole him obviously is not going to stand her up. So be the version of you that is able to sustain a happy, healthy, whole relationship, and the rest will fall in line. Heather, oh, thank you, doll. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the super chat. She says, totally off topic, but where's your pink cup from? This one? My husband is so sweet. He brought this to me one day because he knows I'm obsessed with coffee, drinking coffee, iced coffee all day long. So he got me this nice, this is why. Long story short, I think it's from Target. He got it for me because I was worried about all the coffee I'm drinking, like staining my teeth. And so my mom said, oh, if you drink it from a straw, it won't stain your teeth. So he bought me a little straw cup. He's so sweet. I think it's from Target. Pretty sure it's from Target. I think he gave it to me for my birthday, actually. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. This is fun. Okay, I have to go back to the computer because I had lost my place on the iPad and lost a bunch of questions. So, damn, the mods are killing it. I appreciate you guys so much. Maybe it's Paris says, love you, Roxy. My question is, what do I do? What if I do? Oh, shit. Sorry, I can't read because I'm blind. What if I do what if I do something where I feel like I've ignored my intuition and negatively affected a situation? Just re-intend it. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Go to, I don't like using this phrase of go into the end of it, because it just sounds so abstract, and it's not exactly what I mean. But whatever best case scenario would be, go there, here, and then be that version of you that's living in that reality now. Just like I was saying earlier with putting things in your timeline in the front of you, like in the future, like I'm the version of me that bought a G-Wagon in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm her now because I'm embodying that version or whatever. That's kind of what I mean. So time's not linear. It's all here, whatever. So my timeline here, bonk, right there. That's where I got my G-Wagon. So now I've gotten a G-Wagon. It hasn't happened for 6 months, but I've already gotten it. So, so figure out what best case scenario would be. Even if it hadn't, like, even go to like it did never happen. Best case scenario, what would it look like right now, or in a month, or whatever would work out for you? What would it look like? Best case scenario. Do past revision. Put new memories, or whatever you want to call them, new memories in place behind you. Just like we're putting stuff in our future, put stuff in your past, because that will just shift you into a timeline where that was your past. So give yourself what you need, go to where it's at, put that stuff there, and then just be that version. Ilana, thank you so much for donating to the chat. I appreciate you. She said, thanks for answering my question. You're the best. I'm going to ignore and manifest it not being his baby. That's probably where I would go with it too, is like, I don't know his baby. Says who? Show me the receipts, right? So, because we don't know. We don't know. You just choose. You choose where you want to go and you go there. And I think that's probably what I would choose too, because I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, it's not the best. It's like the best of the worst. I don't know. And maybe I'm limited in thinking that, but that's probably what I would do with mine. If that was my case, I would probably go there too. Okay. Alexandra says, if I'm already the person who has the SP, then can I date other people? I am manifesting a monogamous relationship. I don't know. You tell me. Does monogamy and dating other people go to hand in hand? I don't know. This is not my world, y'all. This is your guys' world. I mean, I have mine here. I do what I do here. You guys do what you do with yours. No judges, of course. I can't tell. I'm not your moral compass. I don't know if that's, can you be in the mind frame of monogamous you and date other people and not mess it up in your head? If so, then yeah, absolutely do it. But if not, stay focused on what you want. If it's important to you. Okay. Okay, looking at. Okay. I'm just finally getting to you guys answering my question about the rampages and stuff. We got a lot of rampage votes and some boths and some quiets. So I'll definitely do the quiet ones. I know some people like to sleep to it, and you don't want to sleep to me yelling at you. I understand that. So I'll do some quiets and some more rampagey ones. Okay. Annie says, I'm afraid of people attacking me. How can I make myself feel secure, free, and look at people with different eyes? Okay. All right. That's a really great question. I can definitely identify with you. Safety is a big deal to me. So I'm always like safety thoughts. Everything is fine. Everything is secure. I'm safe, happy. That's where the happy, healthy, whole came from, is because I was having a day where I was feeling not me personally safe, but other safety. And it was just like going in my mind, and I just had to be bouncing all day. Like, nope, everybody I love is safe, happy, healthy, and whole, or something like that. Everyone I love is safe, healthy, and whole. I am safe. Everything's safe. We're all good here. Everything's safe. We are secure. I feel comfortable. I feel at ease. Everything is fine. And then I also say things about the people around me. Like, for instance, if I see like scary looking people on the street, I think I have nothing they want. I have nothing they want. They don't even notice me. They don't even see me. I have nothing they want. They're fine. I don't need them. I'm not worried about them. They're fine over there. They're doing what they want. They're not worrying. They're not bothering me. They're not worried about me. I have nothing they want. Everything is fine. Always affirming that everything is fine. Everything is great. When I'm in the car, I don't necessarily do this as much anymore, because I don't really do the spiritual stuff like I used to, but I do always put like a layer of protection, like a barrier, like a force field around the car that I'm in. Just like kind of like pushing it out energetically in my mind, and like putting like a white light that kind of radiates out from like my chest. And I also do this thing where I visualize the whole, it's so weird. It's like the whole car being filled with like this gold sparkly lava, and then like it like fills up the entire car, including us, and then we're all like gold sparkly lava, like disco people. And then boom, I shoot the light out, and that's like my force field in the car. I don't know what that is. It's just like what's happening in my mind, and then I just made it a practice. And sometimes I don't look when when someone else is driving. I can't watch the road because I'm just like one of those like those kind of passengers. So yeah, I totally feel you. I always make my language to be about everything's fine. I'm totally fine. I visualize like getting home safely from things, like coming inside and seeing my dogs, things like that. Yeah, I feel you, but I don't let that stuff stay. I work it out whatever way I can, whatever sounds believable to me at the moment of like, no, this is fine. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm safe. We're secure. Everybody I love is safe and healthy. We're all good. Everything is fine here. Stuff like that. Arby says, how do we stop self-sabotage? And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay. Self-sabotage is so interesting because it's just so weird. I would say look at the areas where you're doing this. And then what behavior are you doing? What triggers the behavior? Like, what milestone do you reach? Like, for example, not saying that this is the same thing, but this is something easy that just came up in my mind. Like, people that they think that no matter what, really, like every time I'm in a great relationship, after the 3-month mark, they start ghosting me. I don't know what's happening. Well, first things first, you are expecting that to happen. And every time it does, oh, see, they ghosted me again. 3 months. That's my thing. 3-month mark. There it is. And then they ghost. So figure out where this is happening in your life. Figure out what precedes this. What is going on in your mind before these self-sabotage things come through? Like before the event happens or whatever. What kind of thoughts are you having? What kind of lack? What kind of doubt? What kind of fear are you having? Get really familiar with recognizing these moments and then stepping in. And then nope, 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 nope. You got to be stronger than the thoughts because you're not a thought. You're not a feeling. You're not any of that combined. So, you know, they work for you. They're your employees. You don't let them run your company. So from now on, I'm paying attention. I know exactly what I do to self-sabotage, and I'm on high alert because I'm not letting that happen anymore. And anytime I start to, anytime I start to display that behavior, no, not anymore, not here, not in my reality, not like this, not today, Satan, whatever you have to say, you get on it and you stay on it until you are out of that mood. And then you stay focused and you keep, and then start affirming things like, I am my own biggest supporter. I believe in myself 100%. Everything is working out for me. Everything in the universe always works out to my favor. Things always work out the best possible option for me. Things always work out in the way that I want them to go. Change your language about it, and don't identify with self-sabotage anymore. Like, did I really? Oh, that's kind of weird. I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. You change that story on every level that you can, and then you be the version of you that does not self-sabotage, and that version of you will not let those thoughts settle. That's step one. So don't let them settle, and then things will start to progress for you in a different way. So definitely be on top of it. Okay, what do we got next? And says, I couldn't love the live stream more than once. Oh, well. Thanks, Doug. Christine, my sound is cracking. I don't know what to do, guys. I just, probably because I had a phone call come in. This is on my phone. The Facebook comes on my phone, and then the YouTube is on my laptop. And I'm not a technology person. I don't know anything more beyond that. Okay, Anne says, quick reminder, circumstances don't matter. You are the author of your own reality, and your finances are going great. Yes, ma'am. Your special person is already with you. Believe in it. That's right. Catherine, sound is a mess. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Wow. Y'all. Bro. Okay, well. Oh my God. Okay, I can't give any more issue. If you guys can't hear me on that, I'm live on YouTube. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's a phone. Let me turn it off. Lord. Oh, no, it doesn't want to let me. Oh, there we go. Oh, you fucking bitch. No, it won't let me pull my little thing down to turn my. There it goes. Okay. I think what was happening is I had a few like texts and calls coming through. Somebody was like hitting me up a bunch on my page trying to message me. Oh my God. Damn. I can't read that my sound is horrible 500 more times. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm going to go back to YouTube. Okay, sorry. I do what I can. All right. Okay, Maggie, I love you. She says, I had a dream that I was having a breakthrough. What does that mean? Y'all, I don't know what your dreams mean, man. Like, you tell me. Sounds to me like you're having a breakthrough. Let it mean whatever you want it to mean. I can't, like, I did take dream analysis class in college. That was part of my degree, but I mean, we just studied Carl Jung, and at the end of the day, you interpret your own dreams. That's what we learned, was how to interpret our own dreams, because there are certain things, certain images, like archetypal, like dreams that people have. There's like 12 or 15 common dreams that people have always had, like throughout time, like teeth falling out, hair falling out, being chased, having to go to the bathroom, I think a telephone ringing, obviously that's not throughout time, all of time, but things like that. Those are dreams that not being able to hear, not being able to see, not being able to move, things like that that have shown up throughout time. They have kind of figured out what they could mean. But at the end of the day, dream analysis is a personal interpretation. And if you're having a dream that you're having a breakthrough, then fuck, I'm having a breakthrough. Hell yes, amazing. My dreams are even confirming it. I think dreams are a reflection of your current energy, and they tell you stuff that you are not maybe noticing or aware of, that you're not addressing. And that's why reoccurring dreams come about. This is Carl Jung, by the way. This is his he's like the big daddy of dream analysis. Like, he was the first person to really like dive into it. So that class that I took in college, which was like over 10 years ago, we studied Carl Jung, and he says recurring dreams are just, it's stuff that you're not addressing. And his thing, I think it was something like your subconscious won't waste time telling you something you already know. So your dreams are maybe addressing stuff that you're not realizing. They're helping you interpret things. They're helping you clear out what's going on within you, but they are personal, and you can look at like dream dictionaries, but they're going to be different shit. And yeah, you do your own. You figure out what things. Read some Carl Jung. I'm not Carl Jung. Yeah, look at Carl Jung if you want to learn how to really fully interpret your dreams, but it's all you. I say decide what it is and then live as that, because you're doing the decision making anyways. Arby, thank you so much for donating. I really appreciate you guys. Says, why does my manifestation appear when least expected but doesn't when most expected? I don't know. Have you heard the term, a watched pot never boils? I don't really know. I can't. Usually I think it's because you're not holding on so tight, so something can come through. Like, if let's say I'm holding on really tight, and I also want to pick something up. I either don't get to pick it up or I have to let go. I think that's as basic as I can make that analogy. You want something new, you need to either let go of what you're holding let go of what you're holding on super tight to, so that it can come through and you can actually pick it up, or don't. It's your choice. So instead of looking for things around every corner, just know that no matter what, things are happening constantly. Everything is working out for you. It's always coming. It always will be. It will never stop. Things are always manifesting. And hell yeah, I got amazing things coming my way. I'm not even worried about it. All the things I want are coming. So I'm not tripping about anything. Kind of go there. That's my opinion on that. Nora, thank you so much again. You guys are also kind and generous. I appreciate you. She says, Roxy, help me stop panicking. How do I deal with my commitment issues? I really want this person, but every time something good happens, it's too fast. Well, I mean, you just right there in your comment, you have this thing, this new thing, or I don't know how new it is, but you have a thing with relationships that every time something good happens, it happens too fast. Like, I'm not ready, and now this thing is here, and I'm not ready yet for it. I wish it would come later, but I can't, and whatever. You are letting that happen over and over just by expecting it, by attaching yourself to it, by affirming it, by defining your relationships by it. So that's one thing. Everything works out in the perfect timing. Everything I intend works out exactly the way I need it to. Everything is super harmonious. I really enjoy the pace at which the universe brings me stuff. Change your language about it. And then dealing with your commitment issues, you're going to have to look at what it is you're afraid of committing for. Is it because you're afraid you'll be left? Is it because you're afraid that relationships don't last? Is it afraid of the person cheating or whatever? Look at what it is that you're afraid of, and then launch counter affirmations that describe the opposite of that, and then let that be your reality. Your language and what you affirm, and the way you act and the way you behave. Okay. Redema says, how do you deal with your SP doing things opposite of what you intend them to do? You just do. You just stay focused. You don't let them have any power. You don't let them or any person, anything, any idea, any subject, any feeling, any thought sway what you do with your forward-thinking mind. because it has nothing to do. What goes on out here does not go in this way unless you allow it to, okay? It goes the opposite way. It comes from here out. So if you're letting things go from out to in, meaning the thoughts influence the 3D, not the other way around. If you're letting the 3D influence the thoughts, then you are giving up your power. So take a step back or take a step forward, get out in front of these manifestations and start declaring how you want things to go. And then let them go however they go, because maybe you got stuff going on. Maybe you got limiting beliefs, but you're going to be working on them, and we're going to be focusing no matter what. I don't care what happens. This person's on board. They love this relationship. They love the idea of it. They want to be with me. They can't stop thinking about me. They can't stop talking about me. They're figuring out their lives so that we can be together. And that's it, period. I guess that's the best. It's like, who cares? Who cares what they do? It's not the 3D world. It doesn't change what you do up here. And this is what matters. Valentina, I've answered this several times, but I'll just kind of give it brief. Valentina says, hi, Roxy. Hello. How can I live in the end in the relationship with my SP? Thank you. Okay. It's so hard for me because I feel like I've answered this question 75,000 times in so many different ways. And I want to answer it for you, obviously, of course, but I don't know how, figure out what you need in that relationship. Embody the version of you that is standing in your confident, healthy, happy, whole relationship. Ignore any 3D stuff that happens in the meantime. Work on putting yourself first, figuring out what your limiting beliefs are, what your blocks are, so that you are not bringing those into the relationship when it fully manifests, and you can be that version of you that is happy, healthy, whole, maintaining a relationship. And yeah, don't notice lack, don't notice doubt, don't notice, I mean, obviously you can notice them, but you need to be away, consciously launching counter thoughts and bouncing them out and bouncing it out, and only being of the mind frame that this has already happened. I'm just making my way to that point on my map. I don't know how to say it. So you be the you that's in that relationship, and you just keep being it. You ignore the 3D and you stay focused on where you're going. Minchu says, hello from Vienna, Austria. Hello. Question, why do you think it is that everything I script, what I want to hear from my SP, came word for word from an ex I haven't seen in 25 years? Okay. What that means is that you are doing it right. You're powerful. The universe is listening. You have probably dealt with any issues around love or relationships that might have been hindering you, but you still have specific feelings and issues with the person that you're working on. The fact that it's coming from someone else, again, shows that you're doing the right work. You're doing it right. It's just that because you have specific blocks or issues or worries or fears or doubts or history, memories, pain, anything, needing an apology, any of that stuff, guilt, whatever, from your specific person, that's standing as a barrier between you and them. And so they are not able to fulfill that role. So someone else is fulfilling it, because someone's got to fulfill it. If this is my reality, this is how people treat me, this is how people talk to me, then everybody in the world might come around to give me that, except anybody that I don't feel treats me that way, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, if you don't actually feel like your person is saying that stuff or feels that way about you or could or would or whatever, they're able to, because they're fulfilling the role you're giving them regardless. Thank you. Visual Snowy, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. How do I say this? Watasiwa says, hi, Roxy. Love your videos. Thank you. As you say, time is not linear. If I am manifesting something on a time crunch, how do I stop noticing the lack and keep believing instead of worrying about the time? I would say part of it is going to be reminding yourself constantly that the time is an illusion. The time doesn't matter. Of course, it's going to work out when it needs to. The universe always comes through right at the right time. So that's not really an issue. Let me just focus on making sure that I am the version I need to be to have this play out in my world when it needs to play out. So less focus on the time and needing it to happen and more focus on the being of the you that's already there. Okay, if that makes sense. Evelyn says negative thoughts are part of the ego. We use the ego way back when to protect us from danger. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with the programming. It's just kind of like there. So you have to bounce it out. Don't let it settle. Doesn't have to be your story forever. You are more than your ego. So don't let the ego take over for you. Kit says sending positive and healing vibrations to everyone. Reminder, circumstances do not matter. Thank you, Kit. That's very kind of you. Okay. Oh, oh, yes. Am I caught up with oh, Visual Snow also says, since I've met you, I've manifested so much more, including $1,200 unexpected scholarship. Oh, 1,200 unexpected scholarship dollars. Hell yes. Congratulations. And 2 beautiful interactions with 2 men I've been interested in. Blessings to you. I'm going to give you a little congratulations. You've done well. Oh, I just noticed my shirt you can get merch, Black Moon Society merch, Roxy Talks merch at my website, roxytalks.com. Click the shop tab. All right, I'm looking more at these affirmations and rampages. Chantha says, no, Roxy, I want you to yell affirmations at me. Okay, I'll do both. Marina says, hi, Roxy. How do you stop being scared that you're going to manifest something bad because you had negative thoughts? Knowing that no matter what happens, it doesn't matter because you can always manifest new and change the situation and rework it. And you can always do past revision. You can always do frontal revision, like forward revision, present revision. So nothing is permanent. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing has to stay unless you allow it to. Don't worry. Negative thoughts, we all have them. I still have them. I still haven't figured out they don't go away as far as I know so far. And it's more important that I bounce my thoughts. I don't let them settle. If I have a negative thought, fine. Who cares? It's not like so what? A negative thought? Fine. I don't care. Is that going to change the fact that I'm manifesting everything I want? No. You have to look at it like that because that's the reality of it. Maggie says, I really feel like I have my shit together lately. Love you. You're so funny. Okay. Is it Sam or Cam? I want to say it right. Sorry. I hate the idea of saying someone's name wrong. I'm just like, ah. Anyways, okay. Sam says, hey, Roxy, is it really possible to change your physical appearance or will you just change your self-image and accept yourself? It's both. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing about it is that, are you going to wake up in a body with a 6-pack? I don't know. You tell me, because in theory, according to all these practices, it is possible. So if you can, then you could, right? I don't know. I've never done it, but it's got to be possible. I guess there is a guy that says he grew 8 inches. So I don't know. But when you start complimenting yourself, seeing yourself as the version of you that you want to be, doing all that stuff, you change your self-image and accept yourself the way you are, but you also are led to things that will help you get to be the version of you that you want. So whether that's like skincare or weight loss plans, dieting, meal plans, fitness, new wardrobe, whatever, new haircut, whatever, the mental stuff comes first. So that part is going to be there anyways. And then once you are feeling better about yourself and you do see your own value, you are better able to kind of catch up with the physical stuff, because now you're in the mind frame of accepting, yeah, well, yeah, let's do that new skincare. That sounds nice. My skin looks beautiful. Maybe this will make it look even better. You are kind of in a more of a mind frame to help yourself do those things that, you know, the potential physical things that might help you along. So both, I would say. I love coffee so much. Okay. Jayla says, for living in the end, I like ASMR because I can visualize better. Rampage for things like boosting energy and confidence. All right, I'm gonna write that down. I feel that. I definitely feel that. I resonate with that. You write it down because I will forget. She says, ASMR type for the living in the end. I'm gonna put stuff you can sleep to in parentheses. And then we like the rampages for confidence. I mean, honestly, they could work for either one, but I mean, a confidence ASMR, and we're going to call the ASMR version because it is like the sexy voice, but the confidence one could work for either, but I do see where you're saying with the energy, confidence and energy, shit like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Leave that, and it is noted. Thank you. Caroline says, hey, Roxy, we love the Rampage. I shared it with our team and growth has been incredible. Yes, I love it. I love seeing these success stories. Rampage, I need you to yell at me sometimes. Okay, love you guys. Love you guys. You're so sweet. Thank you. Michelle says, hi, Roxy. I'm constantly always switching up my goals. I know even saying this might make it worse, but will the universe only deliver what you truly, truly want? The universe will deliver what you truly, truly are. So if you are being somebody who achieves their goals, fine, cool. Give me goals all day long because I just happen to be really freaking good at achieving them. I'll take goals. Give me some more. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do some goals. Okay, how do I say this? There might be judgment like on the end of this process, or even like Dolores Cannon, if you listen to her, she has some really interesting stuff. She wrote like 17 books. She talks about, because she was the person who discovered what is it called, the past life regression through hypnotherapy. So she started taking her clients like back before like Earth, before the lifetimes on Earth, like way before. And so what she noticed is that she was starting to get these stories from people all over the entire world. And she'd be talking to somebody in like Alabama, and they're, you know, they're hypnotized. They're like they're below theta or past theta or however it works. And she'd talk like someone in Alabama, for example, and then go to like India, talk to somebody, and then the conversation would pick back up where it left off. And they'd be like, hello, Dolores, here we are. Like, here's the next part for your book. So she wrote all these books based off of the information that she was given from her hypnotherapy clients. And it was this, I mean, it's all the same story. And she got it from all different people all over the entire world. So very interesting stuff if you're going to want to look into her. However, what I was saying is that she says, oh yeah, she has talked about like wherever we go that's beyond this, like them kind of like in our dreams, we'll go and kind of like do reports and like give reasons. And they're like, okay, so why did you react like this to this situation? And you kind of explain what you were going through and why you reacted that way. And they're not doing it to judge you. They just don't understand human beings. They truly want to know, okay, why did this make you mad? Why did this make you angry? Why did you react in this way to this certain stimulus? So I'm going to say I would like to subscribe to that. If that's the kind of judgment that I'm going to get outside of Earth or whatever, great. That's fine. I'll explain it all day. But beyond that, there isn't anything like judging you or deciding if you're ready or like deciding that you're good enough or anything like that. It's all you. You're doing that. So what the universe is not going to give you what you truly like. It's not going to give you what it thinks you need. It gives you what you think you are. You are the deciding factor, not the universe. The universe is the printer, or I mean, listen, I don't know exactly how it works, but that functionality that gives you whatever you want, good or bad, no matter, or not whatever, sorry, whatever you want. It gives you whatever you send off to it, whatever you know, like communicate or transmit, good or bad, rich or poor, small or big, does not matter. There is no judgment on the stuff that comes through. You are the judgment. So change your language to somebody. I constantly switch my goals up because I'm always evolving. I'm always excited to reach a new goal, and I'm really freaking good at it. Next. That's it. That's a long roundabout way to answer that, but that's my opinion. I'd appreciate an 8-hour loop for subconscious programming during sleep. Theta brain say, oh man, I don't know. Do you know how long it takes to upload an 8-hour video into YouTube? I ain't got time like that. Sorry, not to sound rude, but shit, that sounds like a lot of bandwidth and stuff. Like that's a lot. So maybe, oh, that's still a lot. Like, even just making that into an MP3, an 8-hour MP3, like I don't know. Someone tell Jake Ducey to email me and tell me how he does it. Maybe it's Paris says, love you, Roxy. My question is, what if I do something where I feel like I've ignored my intuition and negative? Okay, we already read that. All right. Visual says, what is your opinion about psychics and tarot readings? Are you for or against them as modes of encouragement? As modes of encouragement? Interesting way of putting that. What do I feel about psychics and tarot? I think it is reading your current energy. So if you need clarity on what's going on within you, how you're feeling, you don't understand, you can't like figure out what it is, you're jumbled, you can't process, fine, absolutely go, because I know they're real. But they're real at interpreting the energy that you're putting out. So if you change that energy, then your course obviously can change, right? So that's why I think about that. So yeah, I would say don't go to it for like to predict your future, to tell you how to do things. Go there for clarity and figuring out what's going on within you so that you have a better grasp on your own whatever. Emily says, Roxy, you're amazing. Thank you, doll. People do what she says. Last week, she gave me advice about my SP saying he was in love with someone else. I applied her advice, and now he says he's not in love with her anymore. Congratulations. Eric. Hi, Eric. He says, how do I manifest more time with my family and still keep a balance with work? I feel like I am all or nothing sometimes. Okay, so change that language. You're going to want to start saying, balancing my schedule is really easy. I really enjoy being able to follow my passion and spending time with my family. I have more than enough time to do both. I get to see my family all day and do my passion. It's really amazing to have all of this abundance of time, energy, focus, and love in my life. So instead of worrying about it, instead of feeling like you don't have it, change the language so that the rest of the stuff can follow suit and show up for you. So yeah, I'm a master at balancing my home and work life. Stuff like that. And hi, that's my cousin. Okay. All right. Al, love you, girl. She says, guys, really listen to Roxy's answers. They apply to every single question you're asking. It is true. It's all the same stuff. That's why I get like to that point where I'm just like, I can't answer this again. I've said it so many different times. It's not that I don't want to help you. It's just like, how can I word it another way? Okay, Electric Daydream says, I've always wanted to sing professionally, but I'm not a great singer and I don't understand music well. I've worked at both, but see little improvement. Is it possible to manifest a skill improving? Is it possible to manifest a skill / improving a skill? Yeah, absolutely. But you have to work at it. And I'm a singer. I'm naturally talented and I still have to work at it. So that doesn't go away. I had to learn to read music and all that stuff as well. So not maybe necessarily being having it naturally does not necessarily mean that you can't do it. It just means that other people that do have that are just, a little bit ahead, like as far as progress goes, but there is no competition. Progress is all subjective. It's all here anyways. So change the language. I'm doing really good at this. I'm good at singing. I'm good. I'm really good at this. I'm really proud of myself. Be proud, be expectant in a positive way, and keep working on it. That part doesn't go away. You got to work on it. It's like I said, Beyonce, she's really amazing. Obviously she was born with talent, but that bitch trains. Michael Jackson, born with talent, trained every day of his life. That's how he became the best. So that's what I'll say. Tammy says, hi, Roxy. Deep down inside, I feel like my SP is my husband, but he's in a relationship with someone else. I try to ignore it, but it still comes up. How do I get over this? Same thing. Bounce the damn thoughts out. You don't let him have power. You don't let him have an opinion. He doesn't have one unless you give it to him. So no, sorry. I don't care what you say. You're mine. This is my relationship. This is my reality. I choose you. You choose me. You love what I have going on over here. You're not worried about anybody else. You can't see yourself with anybody else. I bring out the best in you. You bring out the best in me. You get something from me that nobody else in the entire world can give you, and you can't live without it. Change that. If it comes up, fine. So what? Are you letting it settle? That's where your issue is, not the fact that it comes up. So anybody has a question like this, I try to ignore it, but it still comes up. So what? Keep ignoring. Keep ignoring. That doesn't change what you do up here. Again, the 3D world, it does not go out and then in unless you let it. It goes in, then out, in, then out. Or excuse me, so should I say from the inside from the internal to the external, internal to external. It's never external to internal unless you let it go. Like it doesn't go that way naturally. So who cares what he thinks? Who cares what comes up? You stay on top of your reality and you bounce out every single thought that you have to. And it's a practice. It's a lifestyle. That's all I can say about it. You can't, I don't know. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know what to do about the sound. I can't, it's the same exact setup I have every week. I don't know. I just have a laptop and a phone. Oh yeah, Al says, refresh your page. Thanks, Al. I love you. Kit says, religion doesn't matter. You are the author of your own reality. Yep, absolutely. Religion is just a story here on earth. You can adhere to it or not. Tara says, I'm meeting my SP tomorrow after 3 months apart. Any advice? Yeah, just like I was talking earlier about the person that was going to run a mile in front of their crush. Go to the end of the date or whatever it is. Go like visualize yourself coming back like inside your house, closing your door and being like, oh my God, that was the best date I've ever been on. Give yourself what you need. Take some time to pamper yourself, to build yourself up, love yourself, do some meditation, give yourself some compliments, do a face mask or something to make you feel better, make you feel good. Again, put yourself first, visualize what you need to, visualize it going amazingly, and no matter what, this is working out. I'm going to go see my person and they're going to fall in love with me. They can't help it. They love being around me. We have an amazing connection. We mesh so well. This is such an amazing relationship. It's logical for us to be together. It only makes sense. We bring out the best in each other. We have this amazing bond. Same, yada, yada, yada. That's what I would do. Oh my God. Okay. Fucking Jesus Christ. MDC says, oh my God, congrats, you got the new house. Yes, thank you so much. We did get it. We will be moving. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. I'm not even gonna address it. It's over with. I can't even deal. I'm not gonna, yeah, okay. Yeah. How do I ignore my weight while trying to lose some? If you were sailing on the ocean in a boat that maybe wasn't the most beautiful, or at least it didn't look the way you wanted it to, but you were still sailing on the ocean in that boat, would you start tearing the planks up, ripping the nails out, fucking breaking that shit while you're riding on it? I hope not. So don't do that to your body. You put that weight on. Okay, fine. And so what? No, it doesn't matter. The body is doing its best to accommodate what you've done to it with your eating and your mental. And I'm not trying to attack you. I'm trying to give you something to, like, forgive your body and stop treating it like crap, because your body is doing incredible work for you. So start to love it. Start to treat it with respect. Like, thank you, body, for everything you've done, despite the abuse or the damage or the criticism I've given you, treated you like garbage for my entire life. From now on, no more. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're beautiful. Thank you for what you do for me. Thank you for carrying me throughout my life. I'm going to be feeding you amazing foods. I'm going to work you out and respect you. I'm going to compliment you. And every single day, I don't care what I see in that mirror, I'm telling myself I look amazing. I'm telling myself this is working. I'm telling myself it gets easier and easier every single day, and I will live as that version. So stop tearing yourself down. It's just not gonna, don't do that to yourself. It's like the most pointless thing you can do. Give yourself some slack, treat yourself with respect, and you will have much better results from that as well. Sarah says, hi, Roxy. I feel like I've always been so focused on love, and I feel like it's almost a means of self-sabotage because I don't allow myself to sit comfortably ever with who I am. How do I put myself first? I've definitely talked about putting yourself first a lot. Compliment yourself. Do some Sarah. Oh, I already answered this, Sarah. I think we did this. I said do some Sarah time. Yeah, I think I answered that. Appreciate you. Black Dahlia says, congrats on the house, girl. Thank you so much. I love your style and your energy and your content. Thank you. I watch your videos often and you always help me stay on track. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for all the nice stuff you guys are saying. Thank you so much. Isaac the Cat and Wendy says, hi, what is the difference between a sign and a partial manifestation? I don't know. Does it matter? Like, does it really matter at the end of the day? If it's not it, it's not it. Take a partial, take a sign. Hell yes, I'm doing this. I'm very strong. Back to focusing. Doesn't really matter what it is. If you just know that no matter what, this is working out for you, I celebrate my wins. I ignore the things that don't work for me, and I continue to focus regardless. So I don't know. That's the way I would look at it. Kit, you're very sweet. Thank you for the kind words. Oh, okay. Helene says, can you decide the time of the manifestation? I mean, yeah, right? In theory, of course. But if you get in the way of it, then that's you getting in the way of it. So if you're going to decide the time, then just know that it's coming regardless. And there's just no question. I ordered a sandwich. A sandwich is on the way. That's as much as you give it. They said it'll be here in 25 minutes. Cool. Great. Next. You got to be detached with this stuff, especially if you need it in a certain amount of time. You detach the hell out of that thing if you want it to come through. Not that it can't. It's just that we do things to stop ourselves and to put like brakes on things and to put things in between us. So just know that it's coming no matter what. I don't care. Sneha? Make sure I said that right. Says, hi, Roxy. My SP told me that he wants to move on and look at other options, and I reacted real bad when we ended our conversation on a really good note, but I reacted emotionally. I'm working on mental diet only, and I know I manifested this, but is there anything I need to do differently? I know we are meant for each other, and I won't change that for anything. Who cares what he said? You have to stay focused. Look at what it is what kind of fears, insecurities, worries, and doubts that you had coming into it before he decided he doesn't want to do this anymore, and address them, and don't do those anymore. You want to break it down to the nitty gritty. That's it. That's what you do. Address the situation, stop doing those things, reaffirm the opposite of that, and know that it's happening no matter what. Oh, there's more. He also mentioned to me he was torn apart with the relationship, but he doesn't question the love whatsoever. Yeah. He doesn't question the love, but the suffering. I'm not sure how do I change the perception? It's not, you don't have to worry about changing his perception. It's none of your business to change what his perception is. You change your perception and you will naturally choose a version of him that sees it your way. Because he already does. So you have fears or worries. I don't know your situation, but he's mirroring what you feel. So feel great about it so he can mirror that back to you. Amal says, how to match frequency or vibration of desire. Man, I have kind of an issue with this because there's so much in the mainstream, like law of attraction stuff that's about feeling and vibration and stuff like that. And it's like, there's a reason why people aren't that successful just by doing feeling manifestations. Because it's not the story. It's not the whole deal. Feelings add weight and gravity. They add the meaning to the things. They add the meaning to the thoughts. They add the meaning to the actions. They add the meaning to the SP. Otherwise, it's just a blob of energy. It's literally whatever you want it to be. But you adding feelings and feeling a certain way about it and like, ooh, that stuff, that's what adds like the meaning, the weight, the gravity, the definition of whatever it is we're discussing. So at the end of the day, it's more so what you're communicating overall versus like how you're feeling, I guess. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's not, because the feeling are of the body, right? The feeling are physical emotions. The body is not what manifests. It's the mind or whatever beyond it. Okay. So the body feels what it feels. Fine. We decide whether that's good, bad, if we are going to react to that, to the feeling, or allow it to take hold, allow it to gain momentum. So to be in the vibration or the frequency of what you want, what that really means is that you need to be embodying the version of you that already has that, thinking the thoughts that version of you thinks, approaching every situation in your life as if you are already the version that has what you want. So let's say it's a money situation and you're working on becoming financially independent, but right now you can't even pay your bills. Well, first things first, you have to start feeling great about money. You start putting in the language, feeling amazing about it. The version of you that's financially free gets a bill in the mail, doesn't care, not even a big deal, not going to spend a second of energy on that because it doesn't matter. Just pay the damn thing. Great, pay it off. I don't even care. I have the money. It's not a big deal. You need to start treating your bills like that because it's true. I know this firsthand. This is how I started. I started with the language, and then I started when I got my bills, no matter how much was in my bank account. Yeah, pay that. I don't care. Whatever. Fine. Get it off my plate. That's how it is. So you, instead of matching the frequency of what you want, think of it more as being the version of you that already has it, embodying it, stepping into that role and just being it, doing what it does, thinking the way it does about whatever subject is on your mind. Okay. Evelyn says, I manifested seeing a purple car. I realized that I used to be patient and would give up if I didn't see something right away. All you have to do is just keep persisting. Yes. Super proud of you, girl. Honestly, I got to say, I'm going to be really real with you right now. Like, I've noticed you from the beginning, since you've been in the group and like on the comments and stuff. I've always noticed you. And I love you, and I'm only telling you this because I'm seeing the change now. It's because you always had something really negative to say. And so that's why you stuck out in my mind. So last week when I kind of yelled at you, I singled you out, but it was obviously from love because I wanted to see you here where you are right now. And that's why I did, is because I was kind of like, all right, this girl's going to get it. She's got it coming, because I've been seeing you since the start of all of this. Not kind of accepting, not trusting. And I'm so proud of you. Honestly, I'm like, I really am. And I'm so happy to see you say that and just changing the language. Like you're doing it, and I'm really happy for you. Thank you for being a part of the group. Thank you for letting me yell at you. And yeah, happy Monday. Okay, what's next? Melanie says, when you have a negative thought and you grab it and spin it to positive, I like the way you worded that. Does the fact that you thought it mess with manifesting, or as long as you take a hold, it's okay? Yeah. Okay. So here's my take on this thing. Again, remember, or just a few minutes ago, I said, make sure that whatever you're communicating overall, this is your overall communication. It's not about how I feel in the moment. It's not about one tiny little thought. It's about how do I feel overall in general about whatever subject we're talking about. Okay. That's what is really going to be manifesting and deciding how it works for you. So when you have a negative thought, let's break this down a little bit. You said, does the fact that you thought it mess with manifesting? No, manifesting is happening whether you like it or not. It's now. You're constantly manifesting. You're manifesting the blood in your lungs. Oh my God, the blood in your veins and the air in your lungs. Oh my God, how perfect. So anyways, you are healthy, you're happy, you're whole. I'm happy, healthy, whole. Everybody's happy, healthy, whole. We have beautifully functioning lungs. Our blood is pumping perfectly and awesomely. So we just real life did exactly what you asked about. We turned it around. We are healthy, happy, whole. Everybody's good down here. We're all good. Thank you. That's right. Okay. Now, now the second half of what I was going to say, I don't want to say it anymore because what I was going to say is will parts of that still manifest? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I can still re-manifest, re-intend, refocus going forward. So it does not matter what manifests, because the 3D world is old news. This is what's happening now. So as long as I'm up here, everything is fine. If we're all good here, everything's all good. Everything's all good. That's what matters. The overall communication. Okay. Kit says, I had an aura reading. She said it's purple, meaning that my willpower and connection to the universe is good. How do I tap into my truest potential and instead of flipping people, I flash a smile? Oh, I see. Okay. How do I tap into my truest potential and instead of flipping people, I flash a smile? When you say flipping, do you mean in your mind or you mean like flipping? Because yeah, definitely flash a smile instead of that. But in your mind, also flip them into a version who is respectful, kind, honest, and open, because that's what I do. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So whatever they're doing, oh, what a sweetheart. Thanks. Or like if it's someone freaky, I have nothing they want. They don't even care about me. They don't even notice me. Okay. How do I tap into my truest potential? Well, just start saying you are. Every day I get closer and closer. Every day I'm uncovering exactly what it is that makes me tick. Every day my powers get stronger. Every day my faith in myself gets stronger. Every day I'm seeing evidence of my power in my world. Every day I'm more comfortable. Every day this gets better. Every day it gets easier. Things are working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Things like this, you're always making this language like going on. Remember communicating this out overall. Yeah, I'm really good at this. I'm connected. I am stepping into my truest potential at this very moment. You change the language and then let the 3D world kind of catch up. Ren says, hey, I just can't seem to stay in good vibrations. Try harder. I know that sounds fucked up, but that's it. I can't tell you anything else. Like you have to be disciplined. It's not easy in the sense that, yeah, I'm just going to be good now. I mean, you can, but if you find yourself not doing that, then you have to stay on top of it. Your old programming is stronger than the random little bursts of positivity that you try inserting into your life. So make the good stuff the majority. You have to replace the negative with not negative in order for it to become your being. So if you can't stay positive, keep working on it. Stay positive for a half an hour. Great. Tomorrow, stay positive for 45 minutes. And the next day, stay positive for an hour. You have to keep working on it. It is a practice. It's a lifestyle, you know, like I would like to, well, that's a bad example because I do eat hamburgers all the time. Well, now that there's Beyond Burgers, I eat burgers all the time now. But when I was first being vegan, I ate really healthy all the time. And even though I would want to eat cupcakes and all that kind of stuff, I didn't, because it was more important for me to take care of my body and my health than it was to eat a cupcake in that moment. So same thing for you. It needs to be more important for you to get where you're going than to soak up whatever you got going on right now. You got to be disciplined. It's a practice. Okay. Mike Carl says, hi, Roxy. Hello. Is it all right to sit back and intend for my SP to make the effort to get me back? Example, regrets he lost me because I'm sitting in my worthiness and I pick the version of him that desires me. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Sure. That's how you should be doing it. But not in a way of like, well, I'm not going to do it until he reaches out. That is not help. That's not going to help you. More so like, this is amazing. Of course, he sees my value. He can't stop thinking about me. This makes sense. It makes more sense than anything. This is the relationship that both of us want. It's the thing that fulfills him, and he can't imagine being with anybody else. Great. I'm amazing. That if you be that, then maybe you will be driven to reach out first. Does it really matter if at the end of the day you get your relationship? No, it doesn't. Because the happy, healthy, whole relationship is the end goal, not him regretting. What is that going to like that? What does that do for you? So go more towards the, needing somebody to, if you need that from somebody, then give it to yourself energetically. Like I said earlier, give yourself a conversation where he says everything that you need him to say, just so that you can stop needing that, because that need is going to hinder you. Because now he can't come back in unless he regrets it. Now we've narrowed our channel a bunch, and now regret has to be part of the story. Why have that in there? How about just, he can't stop thinking about me. He wants to be with me, and he is doing everything in his power to show up for me the way that I need to. He's moving mountains for this relationship to work. That's all that really matters, right? Okay. Marsha, thanks. I appreciate you, and thank you for being here. Lucy says, I like that so she's addressing someone else's question. I like this. I kind of like this approach. She says, Marina, I used to have this problem with intrusive thoughts. Knowing that my thoughts were manifestations really scared me into getting my thoughts in check and not entertaining bad thoughts. So not necessarily that I want you to create the environment where you're scared of your thoughts, but being aware of them, absolutely. And knowing that I need to be like, you're in control, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, does not matter, does not change the fact that what you do with this creates the world in front of you. So step up and deal with it. That's why I say take the damn responsibility, because it's happening whether you like it or not. So do something about it. Oh, I'm finally caught up to the iPad. Okay, sweet. Okay. Maya says, what do you think about Eckhart Tolle? Have you read his books or watched videos with Oprah? It's about being present and self-awareness. What would be your advice for self-awareness? Okay, I haven't read much of his stuff, to be honest with you. Just a few, things like on the internet and stuff like that. Yes, definitely being present, definitely being self-aware. Self-awareness and presence helps with manifesting, obviously, knowing how you feel, knowing what your emotional triggers are, knowing your responses to your emotional triggers. My Roxy Talks mugshot. Just a little plug. What would be my advice for self-awareness? Well, stop being asleep at the wheel. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice what you're doing. Notice what you're saying. Make it important for you to not let these things settle. So I would suggest, you don't have to use my 30 days of alignment, but the reason I came up with that is because I wanted to see if I could be not angry and not freak out for 30 days straight. Can I not be angry about anything for 30 days straight and see what happens? And it worked. It was really, really life-changing. So being on top of your thoughts, not letting yourself just choose something because it's comfortable, it's easy, you've always chosen it, it's always been there. Yeah, you're not your thoughts, you're not your feelings, you're more than that. Step into the role, take responsibility, be on top of what you're thinking, and then don't let those things settle. You bounce them up, bounce them up. Ooh, Valentina, any advice on manifesting a V-Day date? This New Year's, Valentine's Day, like holiday things, it's just not, it just doesn't help. Like needing to have somebody by a specific date that literally doesn't mean anything if you take out, like, it's just a day. It's literally nothing. They made it up. So needing it by that day is going to be causing you issues, aside from any other fears, worries, doubts, limitations, insecurities that you already have to the person and love and the relationship. And now there's a time frame. It's too much. So visualize going on the date. Don't worry about Valentine's Day. Just know that it's going to work out. Know that you have an amazing Valentine's Day ahead of you, no matter what happens. And just be the version of you that's not worried, that's not bothered. This is working out for me. This is my reality. I don't care what happens. I know that me on Valentine's Day is happy me. I know that me on on February 15th is waking up saying, dang, that was the best Valentine's Day of my life. And that's all I need to know. And that's where you need to go with it if you need it by a certain day. Galactica says, I'm going to use this running the mile in your head technique for photo shoots / getting the best photos of myself. Yeah, hell yeah. Do your, I also have personal experience with this. I model before and a photographer myself. So yeah, practice in the mirror, practice doing, feeling your facial, what your face is doing, practice your lighting, knowing where to put your, I don't know how far ahead of in modeling you are, or taking pictures, but yeah, practice your lighting, practice getting the best angle on your face for that light, and how to like move, how to pose, how to do micro movements, how to use your hands, incorporate them so that they're delicate, but it's like telling the story. Make sure you're using your entire body. Again, I'm just like watching this go down in my iPad. Practice in front of the mirror, practice, like have a friend take pictures of you and stuff, so that sounds like you've done technique for photo shoots. So you've done them before. Yeah, just get somebody. Like my husband and I learned how to model and he learned how to shoot because I wanted to model. So he practiced taking pictures of me. I would look at the film and say, this is what I like about what you're doing. And then I would see what I was doing, look what I liked about what I was doing. And me showing him how I wanted my pictures being taken taught him how to take photos. And obviously I learned how to model because I was looking at my film, and then he showed me how to take pictures. And then we actually had a photography company for a while called Pink and Creepy. I don't know if you've heard of it, but that was us. So yeah, practice, do it in your head, do it in the mirror, get comfortable, have a friend come take pictures of you so you guys can practice together, and then just be comfortable, and then talk yourself up. Hell yeah, this is my shoot. I'm here to do the damn thing. I'm going to have the best time. I'm here to feel great about myself, and that's all that matters. Okay. All right. Okay, Helene, I thought the manifestation came, but screwed up again. Don't talk like this, guys. How can I tell if it's coming? It's coming. Everything is not, there's nothing, things are always coming. Why every time I see signs and feel it's coming, but it hasn't come? Because you keep doing this. Can you decide when manifestations come? If you're strong enough and not constantly tearing your shit down like you are here, yeah, but you not with what you just said. No, there's no way. You have two declarations that it's not working, and then you have 2 declarations that it's not working, 2 questioning whether or not it's possible for you. That's 4 just in this one sentence reasons why your thing's not working for you. So be real careful with this. Ika says, it's been days. I haven't done visualizations or meditations. It's like I'm detaching, I'm doing my thing, and etc. Okay, and then here's another question of you down here. I'm going to get this one too. Oh, okay. She also says, hi, Roxy. I've been wanting to ask this. There was a time I kind of got impatient and negative thoughts started to come in. I was able to stop myself and got back on track. Everything is okay, right? Despite me having bad days, I got back on track ASAP. Does it affect my manifestation of SP, right? Was stressed, haha, was feeling impatient. Yeah, I think I actually just spoke on that. Yeah, same thing for, same thing. Oh, that was your question. I feel like I'm detaching, just doing my thing. Yeah. Yeah, you do you. You know it's coming no matter what, and it just comes. That's just how you stay focused. You always be on top of it. Doesn't matter what you've manifested before. Doesn't matter what's manifesting now. This is what matters. Where are you going next? That's all that. Just be there. Be mindful of what you're doing up here. Okay, Susanna says, hi, Roxy. I'm happier now, and although I haven't heard from my SP in over a year, don't affirm it. I'm still believing it's on its way, and I get excited and feel more confident, and I'm so proud of myself knowing it's coming. Okay. Everything is amazing here, except for there's no need to reaffirm that you haven't heard from them. How often, how many times a day are you doing that? Look at that, okay? Artistic Madness says, you should make some success story videos from your clients or Facebook group or YouTube comments. I want to hear that success story that made you cry. Oh, I should. Okay. I wonder if, oh, I almost just said his name. Don't want to blow up anybody's spot. I will. Okay. If you have a success story, send it to my chat on my website, roxytalks.com. There's a chat function. Send it there. I might not be able to get specifically to it. I'll have my assistant put them together and see what we can do from there. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay. Alan, Heather, thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you so much for helping keep this community the way it needs to be. KK World says, I figured out that from age 18 to 25, I have been affirming out loud that I am ashamed that I have never had a boyfriend. Can you help me with that counter belief to affirm to change this one? Okay, so let's side that you doing that was protecting yourself from being harmed. Okay, fine, great, great. Now I'm here. I'm ready. I'm open. I've changed. I feel differently now. I'm excited about the relationships that I'm building. I love meeting new people because I keep inviting and attracting and resonating and coming in contact with all of these amazing people who are open. They get me. We get each other. We have these amazing bonds. We have these deep conversations. Everybody I meet, all the people that I meet that I'm interested in, like me too. And we have like these little mutual crushes. Everybody I love is, or everybody I like is super duper duper single. They're ready to mingle with me. They see my value. They like what I have to say. They're hanging off my every word. They find me magnetic. They think I'm the most interesting person in the room. I'm always being around people who just kind of into me. It's kind of cool. I like this. And I'm open to it. I'm ready. I'm excited. I want to see what it's like. I'm excited to see what real relationships are like. And I'm so ready. Just change the environment, change the relationship, or I'm sorry, change the language and just let it happen. Speaking of prosperity, so glad she's able to catch me live. Thank you, doll. I'm glad you're here. Okay, how far back? Ooh, we are an hour and a half behind on comments, y'all. Okay, we're gonna work. We're gonna try. Okay, JM says, sometimes I can do the visualizations and I feel love, and sometimes I can't. Is that odd? Is he feeling this as well? Or if I believe that he is feeling love for me, he is. This is an odd question for me. So let's see. I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to answer this in the best way possible. Sometimes I can do the visualizations and feel love, and sometimes I can't. Is that odd? No, I don't think so. Because I'm trying to think about like real life situations, feeling love. I'm in love with my husband. I love him to death. We have an amazing relationship. Do I feel like love right now? No, and I didn't even realize it till you asked me that question. So no, it's not odd. It's completely normal. Is he feeling this as well? Who cares what he's feeling? That's my person. Or if I believe that he's feeling love for me, he is. Yeah, go with that because you decide. So who cares what he feels? He feels love. He can't stop thinking about you. Okay. Melanie says, scripting and affirming really feels like I'm faking it to make it. In the beginning, is this normal? How can I make my mind align with what I'm affirming? Yeah, you're brainwashing yourself. So start with stuff that's a little more believable than to you. Instead of taking, like, I don't know if you're talking about SP, but a lot of times I feel like these SP, like, oh, I'm married. I'm visualizing myself twirling my wedding ring and like, wait, like, I love the one of like, I'm visualizing myself waking up in bed next to my person and looking at my ring and like, ew, you wear your rings to bed? Like, no, oh my God, absolutely not. No, no, that's not, for me, that's not real life. My husband, we don't even wake up next to each other. He leaves before I do. He comes and gives me a kiss before he leaves. And that's when I get the best sleep of my life because then I get to stretch out. I'm not like in a coffin. So I don't know, man. I can't tell you as far as like, that's not your question, but that's what I see a lot with this SP thing is like, so get a little more realistic with it. What would it be like, honestly, if you had what you need right now? So if you're scripting and affirming, don't take it out too far. Make it believable to you now. Make it something that you can believe and start there. And then you just be on top of it, be on top of it, be on top of it, be on top of it. You are brainwashing yourself. It might take a minute, but eventually your brain's going to be like, okay, I got it. That's what we're looking for. Ooh, yay, an exciting question. Okay, all it says, what are your thoughts on whether we are all holograms or not? Oh, yes. Okay, first of all, I am Gem in the holograms, so of course, yes. Second of all, yeah, I do 100% believe that. Let me say though, I don't know exactly what that means, like what the implications are of that. I don't know exactly like our ideas of what a hologram is just what we have knowledge of. So the actual, like, what does that actually entail? I don't know. But I've talked about David Wilcock before. I love him. He's like my fave, like sciencey person. And he talks about this holographic thing. And how do I'm not a scientist. I never have been. So me trying to explain like what I have figured out from something, a subject I don't fully understand is kind of weird. But he talks about how whenever you make a copy of something, like a hologram is a copy of something, right? It's a projection of that thing into somewhere else. So every time you make a copy, it diminishes it a little bit. So they were, God, it was like an experiment that they were doing, and they set up some sort of holograph machine, and they were like copying. They were doing a hologram, basically. They were doing it, but what they noticed is that it wasn't as bright. There wasn't as much light in the copy. And they noticed that every time they copied a copy, the light diminished. The picture or whatever it was less. They're able to see it less. So it like diminishes every time it copies. And what I immediately thought was like, you talk like a lot of religions, even Dolores Cannon, I mentioned her earlier on this live, talking about the home where we all come from as souls or whatever we are beyond this earth is like light. And then if you watch like the DMT documentary, all those people that did that experiment talked about like this going home and this big giant ball of light that was like home or God, or it was like infinite love. Like they couldn't explain. It was just like this unconditional love they couldn't explain. So to me, and then, you know, this like God is light thing. There's always this idea of light, God being light or whatever is like passed throughout religions and things like that. So when I heard that hologram thing, I was like, oh, that like, it makes sense. Like if light is the home, light is the where the holographing, or God, see, this is, it's so like, I don't know. If light is like the home base, light is God, or light is the source, that's the word I was looking for, the source, then us being copies of the source, we have light, like we're not as bright. I don't know. I'm not okay. That's it. I can't. I'm not a scientist. It's much easier to like listen to it and then interpret it for this than to like actually speak about it. But either way, do I think we're all holograms? Yeah, I do. This world behaves like a computer system or something like that. The smartest minds of our world are telling us that this is most likely what's going on, and I go with them because they're the smartest people here. They have the most data, they've done the most experimentation, and I'm going to trust their opinions versus anybody else who's not trusting or not doing that. Okay. Anyways, there was my horribly convoluted story about shit. I just lost this question. Okay. Oh, son of a motherfucker. All right, guys, I just lost the question. Sorry. What is the 360 approach? Actually, hold on. Can I manifest a boy who's 22 and I'm 38? Yes, absolutely. Just don't think that it's a problem. What is the 360 approach? This is my personal, this is how I do it. This is what I teach. You do manifesting all over your life. We don't just put it on SP or just on career and then just on money, or we manifest a house. And then now that I got my house, now I'm going to manifest a friendship or whatever. No, every area of my life gets my focus, my attention, meaning in a natural way, meaning that if it comes up in my mind, no matter what it is, I think about it in the way that I want to see it go in my world. Otherwise, I don't bother. Every area of your life, everything is always working towards the end goal. You use that as a destination on your map and you move forward towards that goal. We know that's where we're going. We don't need to do all these techniques. We just need to declare, affirm, constantly stay in the mind frame of the version of us who has reached that milestone or is reaching milestones along the way, at least. And yeah, your whole life is now that version of you, and you act as if, or you be that version until the 3D world shows up. And from that point on, you're already somewhere else because we're always moving forward. So it's a practice. Giselle says, hello, beautiful. When staying out of having a lack financially, how do you get around things like friends asking to go on vacations or your kid wants something that you honestly can't afford? Well, stop deciding you can't afford it. The reason you can't afford it is because you think you can't. So friends want to go on vacation, appease them in the physical world. Hey, I totally would love to. I'm not really quite ready just yet, but let's, we got a bunch of stuff going on. We have a bunch of stuff kind of coming up, a lot of stuff with the kids. So we're not quite ready, but let's put this out into a future date so that I can like make time for it. And then you put your vacation out to a future date, and then you operate as someone who's going on vacation. I don't care where the money's coming from. I don't need to know. I just know that I will be on that vacation with my friends having the time of my life. So then as you be that person, you start to take steps that that person would take, and things start to manifest because you are the person that has gone on vacation with your friends 12 months from now. Same thing with your kids. Appease them as much as you can in the now. Flip your thoughts in your mind like, psh, haha, got you. I'm getting it for you later, but it's going to be a surprise. Like if you have to tell them no in the meantime, don't say no because mommy can't afford it. We say, no, we're not going to get that right now. And in your mind, you're like, ha, 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 I'm going to surprise you with it. I can't wait. You feel great about spending money. You feel great about money in general because money isn't the issue. It's your perception of it that's the issue. And money is not what you're going after. You're going after a fun life. You're going after vacations with your friends, fun stuff for your kids, fulfilling them with physical objects, right? Or stuff that makes them happy. That's not money. They are not the same things. Money maybe can get you those things. It's one of the ways it can come about. It's not the only way. So treat money with respect, and then just get the things that you want energetically. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Let's go on vacation. In your mind, hell yes, let's go on vacation. In the 3D world, yeah, I would absolutely love to. I have so much stuff going on with the kids right now, so let's push it back a little bit. Cool. We haven't stepped out of our new mind frame. We haven't affirmed at all that we don't have enough money. No, we've actually put this trip into motion. Great. With kids, same thing. Sorry, not right now, but maybe if you clean your room, we'll talk, and you change the language. It's not because mom doesn't have enough money. It's because you're not getting it right now. Patience, because we all need it. So teach them some. Not saying you don't, but I don't think that, I don't think a little bit will hurt. D Stewart says, can you manifest long hair? I recently buzzed my hair and it's getting hard to get used to. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Visualize yourself with long, amazing hair. Maybe that'll lead you to a wig. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you'll enjoy your hair. But hair always grows back. So don't even worry about it. Hair always comes, not an issue. Hair comes back. Hair grows. Change your idea. Stop hating the way you look. Start finding things to love about it. Buzz cuts can be extremely chic. And just go with that. I look fucking chic. I'm amazing. I'm edgy. People want to be around me. They think I'm really cool. Cool. Great. Kid says, got some black and white hoodies with the Black Moon Society logo. I don't have white. There are black. I am updating the store. So, yeah, I'm updating the store. I'm taking off some of the stuff that doesn't work. Like, for example, this t-shirt. So I'll just be real with you guys. This Black Moon logo looks white. It's supposed to be light pink. So I've darkened the pink and added more like just saturation pink so that when it does come out printed on a black shirt, it will be more pink, even though I do think it looks cool. Like at first I was kind of bummed that it was not as bright as I thought it would be, but then I was like, it's still kind of cool. It looks more vintagey and aged. Also though, this shirt is heavy cotton. I'm taking off all the heavy cotton stuff and only having the light stuff because I don't know, who wears heavy cotton? If you want it, let me know. I'll do something special for you. But yeah, I'm taking off all the heavy stuff so that we just have the light, nice cotton. We're adding new stuff. I just found out that they have like hats and like joggers and stuff, but you can't, I have to send them the print away, like send them the design. I can't just make it myself. So it is coming. I am working on it. Probably not white, but I am going to add some pink stuff in there. I mean, you guys want white? I don't wear white. I only wear black. So that's why I made all the stuff black because it's my merch. It's not terrible. I don't know. Okay. Where are we? Melanie, I just saw this. I don't know how long you sent this super chat through. I so appreciate you. I'm sorry I haven't seen it. She says, how can I stop anxiety from being a block? Okay, so anxiety is an emotion. It's a body. Let me back up. I don't know what the fuck. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to say, I'm not going to try to diagnose. What I will say is this. Whatever feeling you are feeling, however you feel, whatever's going on when you're in your mind, your body, fine. You still need to be in the mind frame of everything is working out for me. This is happening. Everything is okay. I am fine. I am great. Everything's fine. If you are having an anxiety attack, if you are having depression, if you are spiraling, if you have grief, whatever, let your body feel the feelings so that it can pass through and not bug you anymore. But the thoughts need to stay tight. They need to stay focused. They need to stay on point. Everything has to be okay. And you have to be communicating that no matter what your body feels. We are always communicating. Everything's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I've talked about that at length in a few videos, but definitely don't let yourself settle. Don't let your thoughts add to the momentum. We don't let our thoughts talk about how, okay, now we're anxious. What are we anxious about? What ways could this go wrong? How many ways could we die today? How many ways can all that stuff? Not worth it. So just don't let your thoughts, keep your thoughts tight. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then the emotions, we just let it pass. Let your body feel it and then let it pass. Shakira says, you're so blunt. I can't wait until our session. I got you, girl. I will help you. Iron Effect says, hi, Roxy. I watched your specific person series and I realized how codependent I was on being with my SP because I had actually been manifesting them since last year from a dream I had. Thank you. Glad to offer you some clarity. You are the gem. You are the center, not them. Start giving yourself what you need. Start putting yourself first. Start doing some days just about you, stuff that only fulfills you, makes you happy, just so that you're feeding yourself the stuff you need. And Lee says, hey, Roxy, if you're manifesting a lottery win, should you plan your life around when you want it to happen? Or do you just plan your life normally and wait until the universe decides to give it to you? What a great question. I'm also manifesting a lottery win. Our Powerball is at 394 million right now. Like pretty much $500 million. That's insane. And obviously you have to pay taxes, but still. If you're manifesting a lottery, I want you to plan life around when you want it to happen. Okay. Planning your life around when you want it to happen, I would say, I don't know. The time thing is just, I don't think it helps when you have that extra deadline. I would just say plan your life around the fact that it's already happened or it's unfolding. Be the you that thinks the way you do with lottery, right? You want to win it, you need to be thinking as the version of you that's got indispensable money. And while you are ignoring the 3D, it's just kind of like what I was talking about with the friends asking to go on vacation and the kids asking for toys. Do workarounds within your language and your affirming that affirm that you have the money, but don't also affirm the 3D current reality. So you have to find a place that you can exist mentally where you've already received your jackpot money. Yeah, and period. While living with your physical body in this reality. You have to be up here until that ticket comes through, until that money's in your bank or whatever, because you have to embody it. Yeah, you got to be it, and then it can come through. So start thinking of things the way that you would if money was indispensable. That's what I would say. And then let things unfold. Go get your tickets when it feels right. Get them regularly. Don't need it. I get really excited when people win, like the jackpots, because I'm manifesting a jackpot win. So if someone gets it, I'm like, yes, somebody got the damn jackpot. That makes me so happy. That's good. That's amazing. Someone's out there with 300 million. Fuck yeah. Good for you. I feel really good about that. So feel good if someone else wins it. When I see that the jackpot's been won, like I said, I'm like, yeah, my God, somebody freaking won it. Because what happened, the issue is I have a 7-Eleven, a new 7-Eleven, and I walk by it every single day when I walk my dog. So I see the lottery amounts. Like I obviously see it like 150 feet away because I'm like, oh shit, where's the lottery at? Because I don't know. I want to know. And I can tell right away if someone got it. I know what days they do the drawings because I buy the tickets and I walk by every day. I've won like $15 in lottery. I'm winning. But now we're manifesting a jackpot. So make sure you manifest a jackpot, not just winning the lottery, because the winning part is easy. I've won like 4 times in the last like month or 2, but we're manifesting that jackpot when it is coming. And yeah, and then feel really good about it. Be the you whose money is indispensable. We don't care about anything. And I'm not saying go spend all your money. I'm saying when you do spend it, feel great. When you do spend it, don't worry. Don't feel regret. Don't feel, ooh, am I going to have to spend this? Don't count the money coming out of your account. Okay, now I have this much. Don't even do that, because that version of you wouldn't even think twice about buying anything. So that's kind of where you need to be. Ari says, why is it that I've used subliminal before on SP? It worked fast, but now it doesn't for this significant other. You got issues with this person you need to deal with. That's why. Man, I'm not seeing any super chats come through. I apologize. Liz, thank you, darling. I appreciate you. She says, I have a session with you in a month. Yay. I'm looking forward to it. Are there things I can do before to have it the most productive session possible? Yes. Here's some things. Here's some tips on how to have the best. I might put this in my website. Some tips on how to have the best session possible. I'm not asking anybody to take notes right now. If anybody out there is taking notes or like can speech to text this or something and email it to me, that would be really awesome. If not, please don't go out of your way to do it. Just because I will have to revisit this. Okay, so are there things I can do to have the most productive session possible? Yes. So first things first, get really clear on, well, okay, let me back up a little bit. Because your session's in a month, obviously what we talk about the day of is going to be very different than how you feel right now. Going to be very different than when you booked the session. And I am working on expanding my availability, but you know what, actually, let me ask you guys here. I wasn't really going to ask the audience because I didn't know if it was tacky or not, but fuck it. I'm kind of tacky. If not saying that either of these is going to happen, but let me just ask you, if you guys, what's more important, getting to talk to me having to pay a little bit more money to talk to me personally, or talking to somebody, like if I hired a coach who I taught my process and kind of like monitored and got them on board, paying, or both, paying less to speak to anybody on the team or paying a premium to speak to me. Also, automated courses, things like that, because I literally do not have any more time in my day. And like we just talked about with Liz, I'm booked out till March right now. So, and I don't, I did take some days off in February, but like I won't have a day off between Christmas and February 11th. None, because I forgot to schedule even one day off for myself. So if you have signed up with me and it's a long ways away, I love you. I apologize for the wait. I don't know what to do at this point except either raise my prices or hire a coach, because I just don't, there's no other time in the day. I am hiring a video editor, so that will help me, because that's part of the reason why I don't have more slots for coaching, is because I still have to do my YouTube videos, and that takes a large part of my day. So sorry to hijack your question here, Liz, but I would love some insight on what you guys feel. If you're a client of mine, if you've thought about getting coaching, let me know if you were turned off by the fact that you wouldn't be able to speak to me for a month. Let me know if you'd rather speak to somebody else who knows my teachings but isn't me, or if you would pay a premium to talk to me, or all the above. Just kind of let me know how you guys are feeling about that, because that's where I'm at. And I don't really know what to do yet, but there will be some change coming, because it's just not physically sustainable for one person at the level that we're doing it right now. So back to you, Liz. What can we do to have the most productive session possible? First things first, when you come into the session, get really clear on what it is you want me to know about your situation, okay? I don't want to know, it was in March of 2018, maybe June. I don't care. I don't care how long it's been. Unless it's like, yeah, we've been doing this for a year and a half and I'm just like back and forth. That's a way to say, well, it started, we met in April. We met on Tinder. We met on Tinder a year and a half ago. It's been hot and cold. Here's what's happening right now. This is how I feel about it right now. Because I always give people, I say 5 minutes tops. That sounds like a lot of time to give someone your story. Very rarely do people undershoot that. Some people tell me their story for 15 minutes. And I don't care. This is your session. You want it to go however you want, but how much do you want me to assess your situation versus how much do you just need someone to hear you, or that sounded rude, to listen to your story, kind of like to unload. So kind of get in that mind frame. Am I going here to unload on her? And I don't mean, fine. If you want to unload away, that's fine. This is your session again. Or do I want to give her just enough to understand the situation? Because I will start asking questions. I will dig a little bit, but I need to know the important parts of the relationship. I need to know where we stand as of right now and what we're doing currently to like manifest the situation. Getting really clear there, first things first. Secondly, it would be helpful if you did start looking at your limiting beliefs, because we do go into it. We do work backwards. We do talk about your past and stuff like that. But I've noticed that when people, they're like, these are limiting beliefs I have, and they just kind of rattle them off. I'm like, cool, that'll just save me 5 or 10 minutes so we can focus on something else, or we can talk about implementation or things like that. So get clear on what you want to talk about. Figure out whether or not you're using the session to vent or to actually get, yelled at. That's up to you. You don't have to be yelled at by me. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just how I talk. It's going to come out how it comes out, but get clear, know what you want from the situation, and start working on those limiting beliefs and seeing where they're at, noticing your patterns. What do you do when you're emotionally triggered? How do you respond to that? What does it sound like in your mind when you are having those doubts? When you do have that insecurity, what is it saying to you? Is it saying, oh, here comes another one that's going to love and leave you because you're never good enough, or whatever it is? If you know those things ahead of time, that saves us in diagnosis and gives us more time for me to help the actual situation. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that was a long answer, but thank you so much. And I'm excited to talk to you. Okay, let's see. What do you think about divine timing versus time doesn't matter with manifestations? Same thing. Time doesn't matter, and there is divine timing, I guess. Same thing. Things come when they come. I don't know. I don't know that part. It's not my job. Launch my rocket, show up and take it. Those are my jobs. Hi, do you practice the mirror technique? And if so, I don't know what that is. Sorry. All right, B. Oh, wait, somebody. Okay, B says, I find manifesting an SP so hard and all the rest seems to come easily. I don't get it. Well, that right there is one reason why, because you have that belief. So that is all that's adding to whatever it is that's causing you to not be able to manifest a specific person. So that's like not helping at all. So we need to change that. It's just as easy manifesting a person, manifesting $1 million, manifesting a feather, manifesting a sandwich, all the same thing. It's the weight that you attach to it and the reasons why you can't have it, why you can't. So look at why you think you can't have a relationship or why it's hard. Look at what's happening, address your patterns and things like that, and go from there, because it's just as easy to manifest anything as anything. Maggie says, B, it's hard because it's because you think it's hard when it's really not. So now says, on the topic of SP, me and my SP have gotten positive momentum and we were at a dance and a girl ended up kissing him. Today I just acted like everything was great / didn't happen. Any tips moving forward? Yeah, you did it. That's my tip. Didn't happen. Doesn't matter. Don't care. You still stay in the mind frame that this is your person. This is working out. Everything is working for you no matter what. Cool. Great. What's next? So yeah, that's you're doing the right thing. Oh, we're at 3 hours. Okay. God, this shit flies by, man. All right, I'm gonna start cherry picking questions. I'm like way behind. Holy shit. Brianna, stop it. Thank you. You're so sweet. Brianna is one of my mods for the Facebook group. Thank you. Love you. And of course, here on YouTube, you might have seen her. Thanks. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Love you guys. Okay. Okay, Maya says, I wouldn't mind coaches if I'd known them / seen them with you in a video or on Facebook, see their energy and how they talk. Yeah. I'm really, that part really, I don't know. Because Melanie says, if I had the issue of feeling like it was too far out, I agree with you. I do. I think so too. She says, if you hired a coach, I would feel that would be awesome as long as they're trained. Yeah. So that issue, I agree, because it's really not trying to toot my own horn and stuff like that, but like I do have a degree in behavioral science. So it's not just manifesting we talk about. Like I'll help you manifest, but I obviously, but you're already manifesting. What my real goal is to get you figuring out what the hell it is that's keeping you away from your situation. And that is more of the like psychology, behavioral science background that I studied in school. So that's what, yeah, I still don't know how I feel about the coaching thing, because even though I do have, at least one really great candidate potentially, and yeah, I'm not gonna give away too much, but that is a big concern of mine. It's like, how do I know that they are giving you the information that you need and getting you what you need to sign up? Like, I don't know. So I feel that's why I'm having an issue with what do I do now? Because again, it's just not sustainable with one person. It's just, I talk to 20 people a week now, and I'm booked till March. So that's 80 people a month. That's a lot. And that's without taking any days off. So, and then people want to like, can I have a session? I'm like, do you want me to be able to help you? Because I need to, again, recharge my stuff too. Like this is all energy expenditure all the time, making the videos, doing the lives, doing the sessions, energy out that I'm giving. And I'm not complaining about it. It's just that like, I have to have time to recharge. I have to. If anybody else came to me and said, I work 18 to 19, 20 hours a day, and then the rest I sleep and I don't give myself days off, I'd be like, are you out of your fucking mind? But I'm doing it to myself. So Yeah, I'm not trying to bitch at you guys. I really want to know, like, how do I make this better? How do I improve this system so that I can help you guys, but also, yeah, help you, because I can't help if I'm like a zombie, you know? I love you guys. Thank you for listening. You're all really, really amazing. A really great community. Yeah, I love you guys all. Thank you so much. Ooh, speaking of prosperity, girl. Okay, she says, what to do when you want something so badly and you don't get approved for it. Okay, I don't know what your thing is, but tomorrow's video is about how I got manifested the house I've been manifesting, and that's part of the deal. So I'm gonna save this. Watch tomorrow, and I made a whole video about that. Okay, we'll just get away. Doesn't matter what they say, it's yours regardless. But yeah, tomorrow I have a whole video about it. Little Bex, if you could do a broken down payment plan to speak to you so it was feasible, that would be amazing. At this point, I just don't have the technology for it. I don't know how to, I don't have that set up. So it's just like, I don't have the mental capacity or the scheduling capacity to be on top of people to make sure that they're making their payments. That's just too much to do right now. So at this point, don't take this the wrong way, but I would just say save up for it, and, you know, put a little bit of money away every now and then to put towards this, or intend that it gets paid for. Just, oh yeah, I already got my session. And then and go about it that way, just because I don't have a system set up to take payments like that. Nadine says, hi, do you ascribe to the idea to not say negatives in your affirmations or thoughts, like using the words not or don't want? It feels more natural to me to use them, but some say not to. Okay, that's a really great question. So here's the way I feel about this is that, again, it's the overall message that you are transmitting that really matters. I don't know if it's necessarily like the exact words. I know it's definitely not the exact feelings, like in the sense of like, oh, just your feelings manifest. Like at the end of the day, like everything's fine down here. That's kind of what you want to, that's where I'm at. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good over here. Don't send me anything that's not all good. Okay, thank you. Hold on one second. My phone just, are people even in the Facebook? My phone's dying. Sorry, y'all. I'm just taking a little technology break. I didn't even know if people were in the Facebook because so many people were complaining about the fucking sound. Sorry, not that I don't want to help. I don't know what I can do. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, oh my goodness. We're going crazy. Shit. Oh my gosh. Go in there, you bitch. Nope. Okay. Sorry, Facebook. You might die. All right, YouTube. Let's get this going. Okay. I'm gonna answer. I'll answer 5 more. Oh, not including this. Alice says, I love you more for referencing Jem and the holograms. Jem was my idol. I grew up to be a pink-haired pop singer. So pretty sure she was my, yeah, like I was Jem. I am Jem. I identify as, now I'm Jerica. You see this? Like I'm seriously like, I love them. Jem and all of her holograms and the Misfits as well. I love them as well. I am Jerica. That's so funny. I have a Jerica haircut. Okay. Some of you youngsters don't know the freaking magic that was Jem and the holograms. If you grew up in the 80s, oh my God, she was my world. I loved her so much. I still do. Still love her so much. Okay. You guys are amazing. I love my mods. You guys are so incredible. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's pick out some questions. This question's funny to me. Desdemona says, I fully believe in LOA, and I've been practicing my manifestation skills by manifesting that someone would give me an ice cream in a few days. It didn't work. How do I get better at this? Time. Stop putting the time in there, okay? Someone's giving you ice cream. Great. We're just going to be fine until that shows up, okay? It didn't work. Guess what? You just made it stop working. You know, you being like, well, where's my ice cream? Like, it's been 3 days. I haven't got my ice cream yet. Where is it? That's the problem. So someone's going to give you an ice cream and then just chill. Let it do the thing. Like, how do you get better at this? Stop deciding things don't work after giving it like a try for a couple of days. You're trying to undo your entire life's worth of programming. It might take more than a couple days. Like, it's funny that you say I fully believe in law of attraction. It didn't work. Well, if you fully believed, you wouldn't even utter those words. Not trying to put you down, and just pointing this out, okay? Oh, Lord. And Maria says, I keep going back and forth in a codependent relationship. How can I learn to trust myself? I'm always so confused. Start changing the language. I do trust myself. I know I make great decisions. I love the things that I do for myself. I always put myself first. I am happy, healthy, whole. I am figuring out what it is that I need from the world. Change the language and start nurturing yourself into figuring out what it is that you are feeling or doing or subscribing to that is manifesting you to be in this relationship. If you're in a codependent relationship, not to call you out, I'm guessing you didn't have the best childhood. That's usually where that stuff stems from. Either not getting the love that you need from your parents or seeing really bad behavior from them, alcoholism, abuse, things like that. That's usually where codependent relationships stem from. So I would look at that kind of stuff and start rewriting those memories from childhood and your past. Like with past revision, replay them differently, look at them in a different way, not let those things define you anymore, and then start giving yourself attention, love, honesty, openness, non-judgment. I just realized I didn't address the last question. Yeah, things like that. And then stop saying you're so confused. You're figuring out every single day. It's getting easier and easier. Okay, what was the question? Oh yeah, do I think about using words like not and stuff like that? I think at the end of the day, it's what you're overall communicating. Okay, Facebook is dead. Overall, what you're communicating. So I do try to avoid saying things in a like I'm not gonna like and I use the word negative. I don't mean that like overall like I mean it, and like literally the language is like I want to use the word negate, but it's the negative, the opposite, like, the not, the didn't, the won't, things like that. I do try to find workarounds for those words so that I don't know if they overall communicate. Specifically, I don't think that they do at the end of the day, but it's your own thing. Like it's what works for you. So if it's just like for one, like no one's going to tell me anything. No one's telling me nothing, that type of stuff. I get whatever I want. I don't care what you say. It doesn't really matter because I'm still getting it. No one's telling me anything. That has a lot of no's. That had some don'ts. But what I'm communicating at the end of the day is that like nobody in the world is going to change what I do with this up here. There's nothing you can do. No 3D circumstance, nothing, no conversation, no feeling, no worry, no doubt, no insecurity, no nothing is going to change what I do here. Next. So that's what I would say. At the end of the day, look at how your overall, what are you actually communicating with the sentence that you're using or the things that you're thinking? If it has the word not in it, is that the main focus of the sentence? Then yeah, flip that around. But if it's not, then I don't think it matters as much because it's what you communicate overall. Language is always subjective to us because we have attachments to things and histories and stuff like that. Okay. Carol had great success with her vision board for 2017. Awesome. She's got her nursing job in her dream role, teaching hospital. Awesome. And got a card gifted to her. Amazing. Good for you. Can you give me a little round of applause? Thank you. Okay. Stephanie, interesting. Okay. I know you're manifesting a celebrity. I remember your question. You asked several questions. She says, hi, Roxy. If my SP is famous and doesn't have my contact info, should I reach out to him on social media or should I wait until I manifest him messaging me first somehow? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I don't know your situation. Like, is this somebody that, is it like A-list celebrity famous or is it like touring in a band famous? Because I would say do it for what makes sense for the situation. If it's like touring in a band famous, just start liking his stuff on Instagram. Start making your presence known on his stuff. If it's an A-list actor, you're not gonna just intend that you're gonna be in the same place as that person and they're gonna be drawn to you or whatever. And same with both. But if you're wondering about reaching out to them on social media, if you have a way to get to them, if it feels natural to you, then do it. But if it feels weird, don't. But I would say if you're focused, yes, I'm manifesting this person. I don't care how it happens. I don't care how famous they are. That does not matter. That doesn't change the fact that I'm a person, they're a person, and this is a relationship. So again, we take them off the pedestal. We amplify ourselves in the process. And if it feels normal and natural to reach out to them, then do it. And also, if you are doing all of these things and you're keeping your mental focus correct and you feel like you should reach out, do what I said earlier, put it on the back burner a couple times and see how often it comes back up. Oh, you should contact them. Oh, should I contact them? I should contact them. Then if it's bugging you, then just do it. That's why I say, if you're in the right mind frame and you know what's happening no matter what, and you keep getting bugged about it internally, then do it. Iron Effect says, hi, Roxy. How do I conquer my anxiety when approaching my SP for conversation? I'm always prepared until we approach each other and I'm lost for words. Well, for one, don't feed your anxiety thoughts. Okay. Anxiety loves to eat thoughts. And if you give it to them, you're just going to feed the monster. So let's not feed our anxiety any more thoughts. We're going to starve it out. We're going to let it happen in the body. If it does, fine. I don't care. Be anxiety doesn't change what I'm doing up here. It doesn't change the fact that my manifestation's coming. Fine. Great. And then I would say, go through your conversation. It says you're always prepared until you approach each other, and then I'm lost for words. So I would say play this conversation out like 15 times, good ways that it could go, play out all the ways that you can think of that it could work out. Feel comfortable with it. The more you practice it, the more comfortable it will be when you actually come to it in the moment. And then when you are there, you've been working on your anxiety, because that was the first part of this. We're not going to let the anxiety take over, and maybe we're shy for a minute, but we're going to push through. We've already done this. We've already done it 50 times in our head. We know how it works. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is great. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. You be okay up here. Okay. I'm going to the end of it. Sorry, guys. I just can't. There's just too many. I'm trying to. Okay, speaking of prosperity, she says, yes, it's an apartment. I'm so depressed we didn't get approved. Don't do that to yourself. Watch tomorrow's video. Who cares what they say, okay? You are approved. Maybe you would have hated it there. Maybe you would have had terrible neighbors. Maybe you wouldn't have had good hot water. Maybe it would have been awful. There's something better for you. Don't feel defeated. Keep pushing forward with it, okay? All right, I'm gonna read one more question. I can't even. Spartan Elf says, maybe make a post where people post questions, pick the best ones, and make a shorter live. You think I haven't thought of that already? All right. Fuck. There's so much I've already answered. Oh, Stephanie says he's a professional athlete who lives in my city and he's my age. Girl, yeah, reach out to him. Start making yourself known on his social media then. And stop putting him on a pedestal. He's just a person. Could I manifest dental implants? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What do you want? The cat is speaking. All right. One more question. I'm trying to find one that's like I haven't answered yet and is going to be beneficial to everybody. Next Lifetime says, you may not see this, but can you do a specific video on anxiety or depression? So many of my friends think it's an impossible barrier, and I think your explanation can help. Okay, I'm putting that into my book. I will make a video on that. What is it? Anxiety and depression? Okay. Okay. Oh, Bunny Cat, they're talking about you on the on the internets. Okay. Oh, what an interesting question. Shamoya says, she says, if you feel that there is a spiritual reason for kinks and fetishes, how would you explain that? I don't think it's a spiritual reason. I think that's shit that happened to you in your childhood. I mean, okay. Maybe it's because I come from a psychology background, but like that's kind of like what Freud was doing, was looking at what happened. Well, when Freud did all of his studies on people and like the edible complex and people's like the Freudian slip, people's underlying desires, everything being sexual, he was only interviewing like prostitutes and like people in jail and stuff like that. So because those were like the people he had access to do his studies. So not saying that Freud is end all be all, but just as a psychology person, I would say kinks and fetishes, those are things that happen to you during your like your formative years, things that I don't know, sometimes they impress in interesting ways, and then they get attached to the sexual like response and stuff like that. I can't even verbalize it right because it's been a long time since I've looked into this stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's spiritual. I would say it's more 3D than anything. That's my opinion. Valentina says, I was watching Joseph Ally and he said, everything we imagine plants a seed. And now I'm a bit scared. How do I prevent doubts when watching manifestation videos? Think about it like this. Just like you can dig up a positive seed, you can dig up a negative doubt seed, right? Just like you can fuck up manifestation that you actually want, let's just say, fuck that up. Doubts, psh, not me. You always bounce those thoughts. You bounce, 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 bounce. Tomorrow's video is about that. And it's actually for, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Dang it. Who was asking about the apartment? Sorry, babe. I've been talking to too many people today. I forgot. Yeah, but so the thing with the apartment, anything that's not like what you want it to do, you bounce those thoughts. It does not matter. Doubts, bounce them out, bounce them out, bounce them out. You do something to counteract it because it's just, you just don't want to settle on it. Okay. So maybe you planted that seed, but do you have to water it? No. So don't water that damn seed. That's kind of like where yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about it. Okay, iPad's dying. It's officially almost time. Okay, I can plug it in, but still, it's still dying. All right, I keep saying 5 more questions and 1 more questions. Let's see if there's anything else left that we can address. So do you think it's healthy to live out kinks, or is it something to heal from? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I can't, I don't know your situation. Does it make you feel good? If it doesn't, then don't do it. Al, I heard a kitty and it wasn't one of my 12. Yeah, that's my cat. Just letting me know that she wants me to get off the internet. We have a kitty, a cameo sometime. Yeah, I try, but she runs away. They don't like to be on camera. If I try to grab them, they like run away. Oh, she's coming here right now. Let's see if she walks over here. She's been on, when I had the desk behind me, she was gone. She was back there before. She would lay on the desk. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. Thank you, everybody, for being here on the live. If you didn't get your question answered, I apologize. I do go in order until a certain point, and then it just gets out of hand. So if you really want your question answered, come here early. Usually it's between 12:15 and 12:45, depending on what's going on. Once we're in the new house, things will be a little bit easier. So yeah, awesome. If you'd like to sign up for one-on-one coaching, you can do so at roxytalks.com. We can discuss your specific issue. We will get to the bottom of whatever it is that's causing you to manifest things over and over and over that don't work for you. And then we will help you launch some new affirmations, new actions that will give you basically new process to implement so that you can stop manifesting stuff that doesn't work for you. And you can also get your Roxy Talks Black Moon merch. We have these beautiful mugs. And beautiful shirts. And what, I have my sweatshirt over here. This is the crew neck sweaty. Oh God, it's covered in like glitter and freaking dog hair. Is that not just a metaphor for my life? Okay. Everything I love is covered in glitter and dog hair. Black Moon Society. This is the crew neck sweatshirt. Really big, really well, I ordered my big. Really comfy and cozy. It's got the Black Moon logo on the back. Again, I am updating the merch, guys. So I'm going to be experimenting with making this logo a little bit darker pink than it actually is so that the pink will show because it just looks white on black. I know we want pink hoodies. I'm working on that. I'm working on the zip ups. Again, the site is kind of limited. And the reason I use that site is because I just had to have the one where I get the shelf, the like tray underneath my videos so you can like click it right from YouTube. I like had to do that. That was like my thing. Like, oh my God, I've been doing that. So that's why I use this company. Thanks, Al. I'll put a link, teespring.com/stores/Roxy Talks. If you would like merch, the coaching, of course, roxytalks.com. And if you'd like to be in tank tops, yeah, we have tank tops and they are unisex. There's like unisex ones that are like more male cut. And then there's actually like girl ones that are like tight. So those are there. I haven't ordered them then so yet. I'll order them this next round. So I don't know like the quality. Cause like, okay, so they have 2 different kinds of shirts. They have these thick ass ones and then they have the soft ones. And there's only like one kind that's soft and then the rest are thick and gross. So that's why I'm redoing everything because I only want to offer the soft shirts. I don't really like hard, crunchy shirts personally. So I want to take those down and just have the soft stuff. The tank tops will be up there. I haven't tried them just yet. So I don't know if they're soft or crunchy yet. I'll find out. Oh, here's the videos for the week. Tomorrow is how I manifested my house / how to ignore your current reality. Oh, speaking of prosperity, thank you, doll. That's who was talking about the apartment. This video literally is for you, girl, because it's the same story, okay? That's Tuesday, tomorrow. Wednesday is my collab with Amanda, so please definitely check that out. Subscribe to her if you haven't. And part 1 will be on my channel. Part 2 will be on hers. You guys were asking for that. She said that we both have had people asking a lot for that, so that was nice to know that they're also asking her. And then Thursday, how scripting changed my life and an updated scripting video. You guys have been asking for that. And Friday, how to know you've manifested your SP. That's a big one. So that's this week's videos. Thank you guys so much. So excited for you all, and I appreciate you being here. If you have success stories you want to share, people keep asking for a video of success stories, so we'll start putting that together. Again, Amy, I might not respond to those personally. That might be my assistant checking those. So if it's not me, don't be offended. I'm here, I'm listening. I just manpower. Yeah, so send me success stories on my website. Also send, if you have opinions on this, do we charge more or do we hire coaches idea, let me know. The hiring coaches is going to be really, really selective because, like, I don't know how I teach somebody everything I know. Not saying that I'm so special, but this is my process and this is why we're here. So I don't know what we can do to free up time. Also, like, what's the word I want to use? Automated courses, things like that. I'm looking into changing. So, okay, here's an example. The specific person, manifest a specific person course right now. When I first started, it was only 8 people a month. It has blown up so much. And I'm still booking into March. We do it 3 times a week now, every single week. And it's still selling out all the way into like mid or end March. So I'm trying to restructure that course because I know people want it like right away. And as it sits right now, it's an interactive workshop. So I'm like, with you digging super deep on all of your relationship issues. So, we're trying to figure out maybe a way of making that more automated so that you guys can kind of have access to the material first, do the personal work ahead of time. And then we all get together, everybody that's in the workshop, and do something like this, where we talk, we do hot seats. I'll answer your specific questions, stuff like that. So if you've been on a specific workshop, the specific person workshop, let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you thought it was better the way it was. It's better the way it is. And this is all on my website, please, guys, because I'm about to close out from this. I'm about to close out this web. So send it to me on my website, roxytalks.com. Let me know your thoughts. If you thought about signing up for the specific person workshop, but it was too far out, just kind of let's talk about this, because I want to make it accessible for more people, and I want to be accessible to more people. But at this moment, it's either hire money for coaching to speak to me, or somebody else takes off the pressure, or you book out a month and a half out. It's just how it is. And yeah, I'm beyond 30 days at this point. It's literally into March. So, I don't know. Help me out. Let me know, because I want to give you guys as much as I can. But again, I'm only one person. So we're figuring it out. Thanks for letting me yell at you for 3 hours. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are cracking me up. Okay. I don't know what that came. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos this week. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And if you have any suggestions on how to maximize what we're doing here, please send it to, if you're offering to be a coach, not that I wouldn't, if I was hiring coaches, I would probably start with my mods first, honestly, just because they're doing it right now. They're the closest thing I have to a coaching team, because they're in there helping you guys out in the Facebook group. And also, I have another person who is a client of mine who is a coach. She's working on becoming a coach. I'm also talking to her about it potentially. It's just, it's such a, like, for me to let someone else be a coach to teach this stuff is like, it's hard. So we'll see when we get there, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I can let go of the reins just yet. We'll see. Anyways, love you all. See you next week. Appreciate you. Thanks for letting me talk at you. Stay focused on yourself. Put yourself first. Care more about how you feel. Care more about where you're going than how you feel in the moment, because how you feel in the moment, whatever, who cares? Where we're going is what matters. What we focus on next, that's what matters. Okay. Love you all. Thank you. Happy Monday. Talk to you soon. Bye.